Hello?
Friends, we have something cool.
Look, we
Check
did
it out.
things.
I have Candy on my monitor.
I
can
have
pat her
King.
head.
He
I
can't
can
pat my
her-
head here though.
I can't. Well, I can. Hi,
Can you?
Kaylee.
Can you? You can't
King of
pat
her
my
hut.
head here.
I-
On my screen, you can't.
Roger, Roger.
My screen,
I
I'm still
know.
in control.
This took a lot of troubleshooting earlier, mainly from Candy's efforts.
Yeah, because Candy knows how to do the things.
I know how to do nothing, for the record. Go pat her head, IRL. You're not gonna be able to see it.
You wouldn't be able to see it. But hello,
You wouldn't
Elpis
be able
and
to see
Tess
it.
and Yada. Oh,
Hi,
Jesse. Kale. How we doing? How we
Oh, it's
doing?
weird that it doesn't actually do the audio prompts for people's entrance commands. Oh, you know why?
Did you not open Mix It Up?
No, Mix It Up is open. It could be the fact that like it already happened today.
Oh, for you it already happened.
Yeah, I already streamed once today, so technically nobody gets an entrance command again because I think it's a 24-hour reset on it.
Maybe.
I actually
Although
don't know.
it came up on my stream because I haven't streamed today yet. So I heard it on mine.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Ugh.
And like the bot bomb also said the thing for Jesse.
Gotcha. Connected to the wrong internet here. I'm wondering why everything is so slow. Well, connect to the good internet, Kaylee.
Hey Nix,
Gotta
how
connect to
you
the good-
doing? How's it going?
I want to point out too how many times I did eat. I had breakfast and I had chicken nuggies for dinner. Oh yeah, long haired king is definitely coming back.
I know it's awful.
Well, it's not that bad.
It's the summer. He's gross. He's too long.
I know.
And then all I
I
get to
know.
hear is King complain about how hot he is.
Yeah. It's accurate.
What we getting excited about for Nix? What we getting excited about? Tell me what you're excited about, then I'll tell you what I'm excited about.
Kaylee, they weren't that good actually. That's the worst part. They weren't that good.
They weren't.
I'm actually kind of upset that they weren't that good.
It was a sad day.
Yeah, they were just like store brand, like Stop and Shop chicken nuggets. They're not like the Purdue ones, so it was like, oh, they're frozen. Maybe they'll taste a little bit better. They taste worse.
They were not good.
No,
They weren't filling either.
No, they weren't. And I will tell you, some of them had freezer burns. I did not serve the ones that had freezer burn, but
Good. Meeting of a friend Sunday. Hell yeah, Nix. Hell yeah.
second play from Demon Slayer. One day we'll watch Demon Slayer.
I
I don't know when, but one day.
We need to watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
We do.
Elpis was actually saying, because I was talking about it in Discord, and they said, it's since you haven't finished the game just yet, but you're in the end game, it's a good time to watch it.
Okay. I know that it does link. I know that what little I know about Edge Runners, there are a lot of it's interspersed in the game. It's just you don't necessarily know it unless you're kind of aware of like maybe some of the characters' visual styles or even just names. So
Edge Runners Season 2 did get announced. I wrote an article on it. And then I wrote all the things that are also coming in case you can't wait for Edge Runners Season 2. You know what? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna talk myself up. Hold up.
okay, talk yourself up.
Well, I'm gonna pull up the article on my screen.
Run your shit, girl.
Run your shit. Here. Shameless self-promotion. Although I guess you're in my stream, so is it really that bad?
Is it really shameless?
So look, I wrote an article about the new season, even though I haven't even watched the first season. So there's that. So, Anime Expo's going on right now, and we usually get some feedback. Or no, some feedback. We usually get some announcements on, like, an anime-based game, or an anime that is, like, coming from a game, whatever. Fake fan. Listen, it's not fandom, it's just reporting. I'm just reporting.
Yeah.
So I got the little...
Trust me, the number of Night Rain articles I've written, I'm not a fan. It's a lot.
Yeah. So here was the panel. You had the writer-producer, you had David's voice actor, you had Lucy's voice actor, and then you had the anime man as your panel host. So I wrote about that very quickly. I will say, you know what? The writer was pretty humorous, and I did say that. When they asked about the story that he wanted to tell, he's like, CD Projekt Red does character-driven stories. And, you know, the company's from Poland. I'm from Poland. And people in Poland are sad. They are born sad. They die sad. So I just want the whole world to be sad. And that went into his writing for the series.
Well, I mean, listen, he's got a vibe and he's going for it, and I can't fault him for it.
He knows. He knows. And then when
He really does know.
Joey was like, what about writing a happy story? He said, no, when people are sad, I'm a bit happy. So there was that. I was like, damn, bro.
You know, somewhere in that he could like, what if they just broke out into like a song with Schadenfreude in
Oh my goodness.
Edge Runners 2?
Yes, then a little bit about season 2. It's going to be sadder, bloodier, and more raw. So look forward for that.
People in Poland are sad.
That's a direct quote. I pulled that quote directly from him on the live stream panel. I did my research. I watched that whole hour panel so that I could write this article. Y'all don't even know. When I write something, I put research into it.
Sad boy runners.
Sad runners. Cyberpunk sad runners. Studio Trigger comes back, so expect lots of great animation.
I will say some of the most depressing game motifs I've seen come from Polish devs.
Yes,
actually.
100%.
They really
100%.
do.
So then all the things that you can get while you wait for season 2 is you can get the Blu-ray box set, which comes with a special booklet, the storyboard for the final episode, 3 animation cell sheets, and a 2-year anniversary poster. We don't know what the prices are yet because they didn't announce that. But the pre-orders begin next month, late August. So there's that. I know Elpis is probably going to be waiting to get that pre-order in. So August 26th. Then there's the manga that's going to be released by Dark Horse Comics, which is a prequel about 2 of the characters that are in Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Which 2 characters?
Becca and Pilar.
Okay, I don't know them yet.
I think they're in Edgerunners.
I think they're Edgerunners only characters.
Yeah, so that comes out February 2026. And then Lucy from Edgerunners is going to be joining the lineup of Guilty Gear Strive for all you fighting game fans. So that's the recap of the Cyberpunk Edgerunner panel from Anime Expo. Studio Trigger had a separate panel at Anime Expo, and at that one, they actually showed a very teaser trailer. So that I couldn't find a good copy of. Like, I was trying to find one, all I could find was recording, so I don't think Studio Trigger has put out their, like, teaser trailer just yet for people to see. They'll probably put it out today or tomorrow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, hi Tastic!
Hello,
Oh shit,
tasty.
wait. Elpis, are you gonna start playing Guilty Gear? Is that what that means? And Lino, how you doing? Lucy will be in Guilty Gear Strive. She's coming. Arc System Works made the announcement.
Arc Systems Works is doing everything under their sun to, like, we don't want to make any more fighting games, but here's another fighting game.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Guilty Gear Strive has been out for a little bit.
No, I know.
So, like, that's been out for a bit. It's not like it's new. And while we're still pitching things, I'm gonna pitch one more thing.
I already know, but go on.
What am I pitching?
I think. I would guess Girl Pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm allowed.
No,
listen.
You're
We said we were starting at 7.
Yeah.
We're still here. We're just killing time.
We are just killing time, friends.
Making sure that everybody who wants to be here gets here. I'll let you fight me and you'll win. I'm not good at these types of games either. So don't forget, I started a podcast with Lady V over on the Gamer Social Club YouTube channel. It's Girl Pod, where we have drinks, much like I'm doing today. And we talk video game nonsense. And that's it. That's what we do.
I have so much layered stuff going on my stream right now because I literally pulled your stream up on my camera to capture it as a window.
Oh my goodness.
We're seeing ourselves twice.
But,
well, this is
only
Girl
have
Pod.
Steam
So
Deck,
here
we can't
and look,
we won't
it's
give it to someone
it's
that only has the Steam
Flesh
Deck,
Tuber
'cause
me.
A lot of the time before stuff comes out,
It's not
Steam Deck verified.
it's
I
not
get
a
bugs,
VTuber
but,
me because there's already
I
a
get
V
a
on the
play
podcast and it's
majority
not
of
the
the game, but I
VTuber.
get a Steam code for it on the Steam
And
Deck,
Kermie.
so I can actually
Kermie's in the background.
level
Oh,
life a
what?
little bit.
Kermie.
So
I know I gave it
take my Steam Deck
a
to the pub
thing.
or
I
to
don't remember
work,
what I
and
called
so
it,
I
though.
can, like,
Girl
fit
Pod
in a
1.
couple of hours here and there.
No, I just don't
I
remember what
would
the
do it.
command
But
was.
especially
Unless maybe I just
when
put it
I'm
on the
sitting
timer.
at a
I might have
desk
just
all
done the
day
timer.
G
working,
Pod.
to then go and sit at a different PC.
I mean,
to
here's the
game,
thing.
I'm
To
like,
put it on the timer, though, you still
"Nah,
have
I
to
could
create a
just go
command,
back
do
to
you
bed
not?
now."
No, you can have it in a different spot.
Like, I could just
Huh,
go lie
I
in
didn't
my
know that.
bed.
There we go. That's the thing. You can also listen to it on Spotify
Ah,
Yeah,
if you don't want to look at my face. If you don't want to break the illusion, you can.
it's a more realistic model.
It's a more realistic model. It do be. Listen, and here's the worst part, friends. Here's the worst part. You do one podcast and you're like, wow, that was fun. That was easy. I should do another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fighting the temptation to do another one.
I mean, listen, I already pitched you one.
You did. Listen. I said we could do one if you wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
Listen. I know. I knew you were gonna say do it, Elpis. I knew. Listen, we would have to. Here's the thing. If I was gonna do another one and one with King, we would have to figure out how it would be different than what I'm
Mhm.
already doing with Lady V.
It's true.
Katie's gonna end up on like 10 podcasts. Well, okay, here's one of the things that I said to Elpis, right? Or I was like, when I was talking to them on a like side chat, and I was like, what if I just did a podcast where every week or every other week or whatever it was just somebody different in the friend zone, and we just talked about whatever the fuck we wanted to talk about. Doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason. Doesn't have to be gaming related. Doesn't have to be Twitch related. Could just be whatever, right? Just one
Mhm.
person from the friend zone each week. And then
Each whole week.
or each week or well, again every other week. Yeah, just shooting the shit, right? And Elpis then just sent me the naughty raccoon saying do it. Yeah, I know.
I was like naughty raccoon. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, naughty raccoon, do it. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So you know, maybe I would have to come up with like a layout for this sort of stuff. It wouldn't just be, you know, whatever. So I will ruminate on it. It took, I mean, honestly, probably 2 to 3 months of thinking about Girl Pod before actually doing Girl Pod.
Yeah, because you've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's been a few months, right, that we talked about it and kind of joked about it and what we would do and how it would be different from the other podcasts on GSC, right? That was the other thing. Like,
so you got bold of you to assume that there's actually 188 active members in this server.
I know. I mean, and
I
it wouldn't
can tell you some of those people. I'm like, they're not active in
No.
here. Because some of them we know in real life, they're not on Discord.
No, and the thing is, it wouldn't have to be like just the friend zone, right? It could be other people, but it like I feel like it would start like that way, or you know, even if there was like a loose theme, or like I don't know. But again, I would brainstorm first, and then talk to King and figure out what we would do. And again, like a nice little layout and all those other sorts of things. I'd have to figure out how to get stuff on Spotify to begin with, because that I don't actually know. That is something that's done.
It can't be that hard.
I don't think it's that hard, but like that's one of the things we'd have to figure out. Plus, then it's easy with GSC, right? Because it's like, well, it's a GSC podcast. It's this, right? If we're talking about doing things in the friend zone and whatever, then it's like, well, is that a separate YouTube channel? If it's going on Spotify, is what Spotify account is that, right? So there's all these, all this planning.
There's more nuance to it,
Yeah, there's a lot more nuance. Not to say that it can't be done, friends, but you know, if you think it's a good idea, just pressure King and I into doing it, and we can see what happens. I give in to peer pressure, especially if it means I just get to talk a lot. So.
And I occasionally give in to peer pressure, only occasionally.
So what do you think? Do you think we should just roll on in to this?
You know what the best part is, Yada? You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know whose submissions were whose. That's the best part.
Under pressure, pushing down on me.
Pushing down on you.
No,
Hi, Buster.
Hi, Buster.
Applies peer pressure. You can apply all the peer pressure you want, friends. I think you ought to know. There's a reason I didn't have friends growing up. No peer pressure.
Damn.
I know.
Hi, Buster. Just imagine the Kendrick Lamar song, but instead of us screaming mustard, we're just yelling Buster.
Buster.
Yeah,
Buster on that bait.
Buster on the beat. Yep. I'm sure we'll know by the
sure we'll-
vibes.
You'd be surprised.
There's one I would say there's one or two that are surprising. There are some that are very
Yeah.
obviously like who they are.
Yeah.
But some of them are a little bit shocking. I mean,
Yeah.
I won't reveal who sent in what unless
No.
there's
unless
actually
unless they self-identify.
yeah, I'll confirm. There's one person that I should text message really quick.
Oh, I think I know who you're. I think I know who. Is
Uh,
a certain CNC?
yeah.
That's kind of what I figured.
I'm
gonna look at that. I'm gonna open this up in Sheets just so I know who has to defend what.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
FYI, we are doing. That is not
Mhm.
how you spell here.
I thought you were gonna say that's not how you spell FYI. I'm like, how are you spelling it? How
There
you
you go.
spelling FYI? FIYE?
FYE, like the store, yo.
Like the store. Which
Yeah.
again, where were we were at the mall, and I think we were looking for some specific product, and one of the girls in one of the other stores said, "Oh, check the FYE downstairs." Candy and I both looked at each other like, "What year is it?"
The FYE is back.
Like, what do you mean FYE is back?
It's back in the
FYE
malls, yo.
closed when I was in high school.
I think there are people shooting off fireworks outside.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Thought I just heard a few. What is FYE?
No,
So FYE used to stand for, or I guess it does still stand for your entertainment. Yeah. And it was just like a Virgin Records.
A Best Buy without the tech, actually. I'll
Yeah.
say. Like if Best Buy was just the music, the video games, and the movies, I would say.
I mean, I don't know if they have Best Buy.
Actually, yeah, is Best Buy a thing in the UK?
I know that like Virgin Records is / was. That's why I was like trying to think of.
Okay, Best Buy is not.
Yeah, but you have
can't
Virgin.
even
You
think-
have
yeah.
Virgin, right? Virgin Records was
Yeah.
yeah. See, you got to know your cultural references, King.
I do. What the fuck?
You went with Best Buy.
I don't know.
I went with Virgin Records. I was like, that's a thing in the UK, or at least was. Like, see,
Gee,
focus.
It's like a Greg's, but it doesn't have food.
Jesus Christ! How dare you?
It's like Nando's, but no chicken.
What about Tesco's? Does it have the meal deal?
Tesco, but it's like Tesco's, but no meal deal.
See, thank you, Buster. Virgin was
When
a UK company. Makes sense to go for. Thank you.
No, that's fair.
You know what? I should have. Well, no, because I would have had to mess around with a lot of stuff. I was about to be like, I should have put the hand tracking on, but then I was like, I'm running enough stuff right now.
Oh.
I would have done that.
It actually disconnected me from your shared stream.
Ew, weird. I still see you in there.
Oh,
it says-
Okay, it says I'm not.
That's weird. Hold on. Hold the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there was a double for a second. No, I still see you in there. No more double.
Yeah, it's weird because it's showing on my stream manager that it must be something on Twitch's end then.
I was like, 'cause I still see you.
Whatever, it's fine. Ignore me.
Do y'all still see where it says double shared chat? or
No.
whatever?
It wasn't syncing across all the other windows I had, where it was like saying like my stream manager says I wasn't shared, but then if you go into like the actual Twitch view, it still showed us as a share, but it wasn't showing it on the back end for me, which is weird.
That is weird.
Again, don't worry about it.
I listen. I have to fix all the tech here.
You do.
I
You
don't.
do.
I want you all to know that as we were setting this up today, okay, time for Twitch to get a new Q&A person. Well, you don't know, we were setting this up, and I was like, yeah, you can totally get my avatar on there. Yeah, there's a way to do it. Yeah. And he's like, how? And we had to go through multiple things, and I had to find multiple ways to do it. But we did it. We did it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna turn on some stream beats as well.
Okay.
Because I realized like I don't necessarily want to listen to the Wii Shop for the entire time.
Oh, is that what you have on?
Yeah, that's because that's what my Scream Grab window is.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would
Hold
be
on.
shocked if Twitch had QA. No, the reason that I came up with the QA or the QA, the reason it came up with the second audio was because I refreshed the tab for the stream together, and I hadn't lowered the volume again because of the refresh. So I knew exactly what was causing the double. It just I needed a second to bring
Yeah.
the volume down. Put Wildfire on. What if I just look? King walked like behind me right before we started the stream, and was singing the new BB No Money song 1-800
Yeah,
whatever it
the
is.
one with the. I think it's just called 1-800.
Yeah, the one with Iron Mouse. So now all I have in my
Yeah.
head is like 1-800-00. He's so handsome. He's my hero.
1800.
Listen, oh, I can't. Also, I can't get into Spotify right now, so guess I'm not
Oh,
putting
weird.
on any stream beats. Ah, that's okay. We'll just play my own music in the background. I have music.
There we go. I have some music low. Is it about that time? It is 7:01.
701. See, I told you we'd be able to talk long enough to make this work.
Yeah.
You got professional yapper here.
Yeah. Yes.
Professional yapper. Hi, Alien.
How we
Candy X
doing?
karaoke. I mean, I have done karaoke before.
You have. That's true.
Listen, maybe for the birthday celebration later this month, we'll consider some karaoke. We'll think about it.
Think about it.
Yeah, we're gonna think about it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, get those candy pieces. All right, friends, it's about that time.
Friends, Roman, countrymen, countrywomen, country non-binary bros and hoes.
Wow.
I don't know.
Guys, gals, non-binary pals. Let's do this.
Roman non-binary pals.
Leon! You know what? There's no Leon on here, but I guess that's not a hear me out. Because Leon would not need a descent into madness. I didn't know who
It's
stream
okay,
to go
Dylan,
to.
you're
It's
fine.
all good. You can stay here.
Yeah.
Girls before bros or something? I don't know.
Chicks before dicks, I believe is the term.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the thing. Alright. So here we go. Descent into madness, friends. Brought to
Mhm.
you by me, Candy, and King.
And me. And Grum resubbing to Candy.
Graham, thank you for the sub!
Candy
Welcome in.
X1 help.
Shout out Grumachan.
Grum.
1610.
That's right. That's right. Alright, so let's meet King and Candy. Do you want me to introduce you and you introduce me?
Sure.
Okay. This is King! If you're on my stream, he's also below me, which sounds dirty,
Mm-hmm.
but yet
Hey,
there
yo.
it is. There it is. He keeps his weirdness in check on his stream, typically, but this is a collab, so I guess that goes out the fucking window.
Yeah.
He's a weeb. He thinks cat girls are
Uh-huh.
cool. He
Yep.
has asked me how old he was in the past,
More than once, I'm pretty sure.
multiple times. He believes that cheese is life, and anything
Mhm.
sitting still is food.
Uh-huh.
Those
That's
are
true.
his takes. That's
Uh-huh.
how
And-
he feels.
And everyone, you know her, you love her. She's got peppermint hair, Candy, budget Iron Mouse.
That's right.
She's also a weeb. She has an unhealthy obsession with Monokuma.
Don't judge me.
She's always cold. She is always cold. She loves cozy games like Slugs Love Salt. And also, she might have legs. We haven't confirmed that.
I do have
Hello,
legs.
Steve-O.
I have legs. I
Steve-O,
promise.
welcome in, buddy.
Hi, Steve-O.
I don't know. I don't know, Candy. I haven't seen him.
You haven't seen my legs. We've
I
been,
just saw your avatar just gape mouth open.
we have been married for so many years, and you haven't seen my legs.
I don't know, man. I don't see no legs on her. When she came down the aisle, I'm like, I didn't see legs. I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
Sounds very valid to me, and this is my first Candy interaction. Steve-O, Candy is my loving wife. So.
But am I
she's also
real?
a stream. Uh,
Or am I
sleeping
just
next to I'm sleeping next to somebody tonight. I don't know who. But
am I just an AI that you say that you married?
she hovered down the aisle.
I'm real, but my legs aren't? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that sounds like the start of a bad isekai or something. I don't know,
It
man.
really does.
My
it-
next
the-
cozy stream, I don't know.
Help. It's like, help. I'm trying to romance guys in another world and I don't have legs. Like, that would be a title. And tell me I'm wrong.
That would be the title. That would be. We've seen you before shouting on stream. Listen, I was on. To be fair, I was on King's stream earlier today in the flesh.
You were. Mm-hmm.
You're actually just imagining your wife. It's all in his imagination. It's like that movie Her. That's what it is. Also, thank you for the follow. King using an AI to show your avatar and voice changer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. It's kind of like Jeff Dunham, the guy with the puppets, except I think I'm funnier than Jeff Dunham, but I don't know.
He thinks. He's not sure. Also, further...
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack. It is working. That wasn't your stream, so it doesn't count. Also, I mean, you can't see legs, but if you want to see if I'm real, one more time, I'm just going to say there's Girl Pod. Although, I guess if you listen to Spotify, it could still be an AI voice.
It could be. It really could
But
be.
you could see the YouTube where I'm real. And I'm drinking, so you know that the truth is coming out.
What are you drinking right now, speaking of?
Right now, I am drinking Angry Orchard. You know exactly what I'm drinking. You bought it.
I'm asking what you're drinking for the purposes of this episode of this horror show we're about to go on.
Need face stream for confirmation that candy is real? Just check out the podcast. It's on YouTube. And you can see the real me. The first episode, I was drinking wine. And after the end of the recording, King walked over and he was like, damn! Because there was only like one glass of wine left in that bottle.
And more so, I don't care if Candy like drinks. It's more like it was 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, did you just drink a whole bottle of wine in the middle of the day?
Yes. Yes, I did. I have no regrets. No
Yes.
regrets.
Candy is drinking, and I am drinking Yonkers Brewing Company Ray's IPA. It's alright.
It's just
It's
alright.
alright. Yeah. I didn't know what I wanted. There was really nothing at the grocery store, so I'm like, I've had this before. I know it's alright.
That's
So.
fair. But yeah, I did take over King's stream a little bit earlier today and there was a face.
Mhm.
Is anything really
No.
real? No, because actually the atoms that make up our body don't even touch. They just stay very, very close together and you think they're touching and you can't even touch them. You
Mhm.
think you're touching things, but you're not. You're just hovering over them. So maybe nothing is real.
It's actually it's a non-zero. It's a greater than zero. No, it is theoretically possible to phase through a solid wall. It's just very unlikely. It's very unlikely. However, it is possible. It's a non-zero chance you could run straight through a wall, but not actually get hurt.
There you go. You're learning something new here, friends. First time I watched the One Piece live action, I drank a bottle of sangria bigger than my head. I mean, ew.
It wasn't great.
You had water. I mean,
you can run through a wall. Try it.
Alien, it is probably hot as balls, so water's
Mhm.
probably good.
I
Water is
had water
probably
earlier.
good.
Great proof of that. Just watch Harry Potter. That's not real.
I'll let you know
That's
how it
not real.
goes. Thank you, Tastic. You be the test subject. And
Alright.
something fell
Should we,
directly through my end table when I was 12. It wasn't a ghost. That's right.
Oh, good shit.
Watch the Flash.
Flash. He's not real either.
He's got really fast atoms, though.
Ezra Miller is very real though and very terrifying.
Oh, fuck Ezra Miller. I was thinking Grant Gustin.
I was thinking Ezra Miller.
Fuck that. Fuck Ezra. They a mess. They are all sorts of a mess. Hi,
Yeah, they
Elpis.
are.
Hi, Ellis. How you doing? Sorry, I literally saw Elpis then Ellis, and I almost said like the wrong thing. Grant is the only Flash. Big facts, Jesse. Big facts.
True. Very true. Hi, Meeps.
Grant Gustin all day. You know what? If they want to redo the Flash, just bring back Grant Gustin. He's got like 2 kids he gotta like support. Just fucking bring him back. He need a paycheck.
What's he doing now? Is he even working anymore? Or is he just?
He was on Broadway for a bit. I wanted to
Okay.
see it. I didn't see it. It's okay.
Okay.
It wasn't like that long. It wasn't too long. So beyond that, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing right now. He hasn't even really posted too much on Instagram, so he might just be like
Oh, gotcha.
taking it easy. Meeps,
That's fair.
welcome on in. So yeah, he might just be chilling. They did Ezra in the show. Yeah, I know. Listen, Grant Gustin is now my Flash. That's what I'm gonna say. That was before Ezra turned into James Franco. I mean,
that's putting it lightly.
look, here's the thing with Ezra Miller, okay? I understand that they said they were going through a lot of mental stuff, and like, fine, maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't actually know. But that's not necessarily a reason to be violent and like lash out at people, and it's definitely not a reason to maybe sort of probably start a cult.
As I will always lovingly say, mental health is not your fault. It is your responsibility, though.
Big facts.
It is 100% your responsibility.
Oh, did you, Meeps? Don't go down this like deep dark path.
Candy regaled me with this after we saw the Flash movie a few months ago. She literally read the Wikipedia page of all the legal troubles that Ezra Miller got in the space of like a month.
Well, a lot of legal troubles, but then now they are sort of starting to come back into like the sphere of things again.
Yeah.
And there was just something about like their eyes that I was just like, you still look very dead inside. Like it just still looked like you haven't actually done enough work.
Like, Cold is like, it's not that he was basically running around. I believe, wasn't it that he was saying he was a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, but also of the Native Americans too, and had like kidnapped somebody or something along those lines?
So it was just really, really
Meeps, it's very confusing and very odd and very don't worry yourself about
I feel like
it.
people's demons show themselves. People's demons do show themselves.
Yeah.
Again, bizarre. But you know what? Now that I look up where they're from Jersey.
Oh no.
So,
Where in Jersey?
Wyckoff.
I don't know enough about Wyckoff to have an opinion one way or the other.
Me neither, but you know.
I've heard of it, but I'm like, I don't know enough about it to have an opinion.
Jersey. Born in Jersey, Tastic. You gonna have to redeem that state.
Joyzy.
You gonna have to Army Hammer's another one. Army Hammer, you know what though? Army Hammer came from a lot of money, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was some other weird shit.
Yeah.
Because
money is money is money.
Money is money is money, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some other like weird inbreeding shit that happened there too.
Wow. Hi, Mama Meeps.
Mama Meeps, I'm so sorry that you just had to hear me say that. But yet here we are.
Redeeming a state is near impossible. You want me to redeem Ohio? Pass.
Nah, we don't have to worry about redeeming Ohio. That's fine.
I'm sure Kelly and Lemon would tell me it's awful here.
Some states are just not redeemable. Ohio and Florida. Even Disney can't redeem Florida, so you know. See,
right.
You know why? You know why Ellis knows? Because
Why?
Ellis is a Leo. That's why. And Leos are always
that
right.
That can't be your argument for everything.
Yes, it can. What do you mean? What do you mean it can't be my argument for everything? What is this? Do you need me to start yelling at you in Spanish just to make it so? No.
Only if you want me hot and bothered. But
And with that, let's get back to the hear me outs, friends.
and it disconnected me from Stream Together again.
It's just telling you disconnected because I see you connected still.
It's weird. It keeps saying I'm not connected to it.
I like that Meeps is like, I can't even argue that Florida.
Anyways, let's move on.
If for some reason you disconnect, just re-click that link and you should be able to go.
That's what I did.
Okay.
So
anyway,
I moved on to the next slide.
Yeah.
So the story thus far So, Candy and King watched an episode of the Trash Taste podcast where they did a Hear Me Out episode. Now, what does that mean? They literally had their patrons give them Hear Me Out arguments and they had to argue them.
No.
Okay.
They
I'm
chose
wrong.
their own Hear Me Outs.
Oh, that's right. They did choose. They did.
We
choose their own,
put the
that's right,
spin
that's
on
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's how we made it legally distinct.
Legally distinct from the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, Ella, start yelling in Spanish. Just start
But
yelling
yes.
like, yes, eso! Just go for it.
Hijo de puta. Chinga tu madre. Step 2, we realized we could do that too. Step 3, profit. No, probably not, but
Ain't
it's
no
fine.
profit.
Ain't no profit in this. Ain't no profit in this.
Me gusta queso.
I do love cheese. What about my mother? Don't worry about it, Mapes. So, a few days later.
Yeah, poor Daffy Duck.
Yeah, he's fine. All right. So what had happened was,
Tell me what had happened.
Candy built me built a form where you submitted a Hear Me Out take. You provided a pick, if needed, of your Hear Me Out. You told us who you wanted to defend your take: King, Candy, or both of us. We looked and judged silently and respectfully. King built the slide deck after an edible on a Friday night, because what else do I do on my Friday nights?
This is true.
And then time travel to now, plus with some time of King burying more relatives, which I added a few minutes ago because it's the God's honest truth. But I use humor I literally use humor to cope, so it's not a problem. And we ended up brace yourselves for what's coming, because it's nothing good.
It's wonderful and amazing, and everyone's gonna have such a great time, right, chat? Or chats, I guess I should say.
Chats plural.
Chats plural. You're ready, right? You're gonna brace yourself for what's coming. And we start off.
I don't think you guys are ready for what we're about to have.
It's fine. Listen, we start with, you know him, you love him.
Hear
me
me
out. It's Gil from Finding Nemo.
It's I believe we are both arguing this one.
This is both. This is in fact both. Yes. Would you like to?
I mean, real talk. First and foremost, it's Dennis Leary voicing him. How could I not? Dennis Leary's got a hot voice. It is due to decades of smoking. I know this. That man is going to die of lung cancer. I know this. I've embraced this. However, that raspy, the raspy voice just does something for me. I don't know what it does. It is not Willem Dafoe. It is Dennis Leary memes.
It is Dennis Leary. It is.
Yeah.
Isn't he the Sabretooth? In Ice Age?
From Ice Age, no. That's no, John Leguizamo was the Sid.
Oh.
Who was the Sabretooth now?
I'll look it up right now. Look it up. Ice Age.
Regardless, Gil is experienced. He's going to show you a good time. And I refuse to believe it is Willem Dafoe? No, it's Willem Dafoe in Ice Age.
Hold on.
But regardless, I'm gonna keep doing my spiel of arguing
that,
why you should have that this fish gets a pass. So, Gil is experienced. He is experienced. Look at that face. That is a man who knows what he wants. Sorry, that is a fish who knows what he wants, and is going to get what he wants.
Yeah, the voice.
And you're going...
The voice of Gil is Willem Dafoe.
Is it really? Why did I think it was Dennis Leary?
I don't know.
Regardless, Willem Dafoe, same deal. If anything, it's even better because Willem Dafoe has a freakishly long penis. So that's and the spoilers.
Yoshi,
That's
thank you
going
for
to
the
come up
self-care.
again later. Going to come up again later. Don't worry about it, Jesse. Don't worry about it. It is
Dennis Leary is the Sabretooth. You are correct.
Okay. It's been a hot minute, so but also he's got that grit and determination that's like he's gonna see you through and protect you, and he's gonna be the fish that brings home the bacon. Yes. Candy, do you have anything to add?
As a woman, just look at that nose. Where you think that nose gonna go? I mean, that's, you know, if you have female body parts, you know there are just certain things. I'm sorry, Meeps. I'm sorry, but there are just certain things and certain areas that a long nose can put some work into. So Gil could get it. He gonna make sure that you leave satisfied, and that's fine.
It's like in the words of Deadpool. It's like I sat on Pinocchio's face and he started lying.
A big look at him. Look at him. No one said you had to fall in love with Gil, just that Gil could get it. You could hit it and quit it and leave.
Exactly. I'm not saying you have to marry this man. Sorry, this fish.
Finding Nemo dildo collection incoming. You act like that probably don't exist already.
I'm sure it does. That's the worst part. And if you've imagined it, it probably exists online somewhere.
Yeah, what's Rule 34? That's
Rule
right?
34 is that Rule 34 is specifically that there is pornography of everything out there.
There probably is. I'm not gonna look it up, but I'm sure it exists.
I might later just to sate my own curiosity.
Toot it and boot it. There you go, Jack. There you go. All right. Do we feel that we have defended sleeping with Gil? Because again, it doesn't say you gotta love him.
Look at your fish. Now back at me. Now look at the fish. Now back to me. I'm not this fish. This fish can get it though.
Big facts. I think the next one is you.
I know it's you. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it is me. I don't know why I thought it was you.
Dean from the Iron Giant. This is a Candy request. Candy.
This is a Candy request. Here's what I should have done. I should have rewatched the Iron Giant because if y'all think I remember this movie from 1999, y'all are wildin'. Because newsflash, or I guess big surprise, I don't know. I do not. However, can tell you that the voice actor is Harry Connick Jr. Now,
yeah.
I don't know if y'all know what Harry Connick Jr. This movie is The Iron Giant. So,
yeah.
I will say Dean looks kind of like Harry Connick Jr., right? And the voice actor is Harry Connick Jr. I love a man that could sing. Okay? Just start singing to me and it's done. Okay? It's done.
I can't sing for the record, friends.
Fine, you have plenty of other qualities that make up for the lack of singing, I guess.
Shit, my own mother told one of my friends I couldn't sing at my own wedding.
I looked it up. Wait, you looked up the Iron Giant, or you looked up Dean in particular? Plus, Dean as a character, I believe is the first, or maybe the second one, to not see the Iron Giant as a threat, which means that even
I believe you.
Right?
I'm gonna level with y'all. I don't think I've ever seen the Iron Giants.
Oh. Okay, so Ellis looked up Gil, so I'm thinking that.
Thanks, Ellis. But yeah, honest truth, I don't think I've ever seen the Iron Giants.
I've seen it like once, a long time ago.
I know Vin Diesel voiced the Giant, didn't he?
That sounds.
Or am I making that up too?
That sounds. No, I think he did.
Yeah. How have I not seen this movie, Tastic? There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, Tastic.
There are a lot that he hasn't seen. Vinny boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so Dean has a good heart, right? If he is feeling like the Giant is not a threat, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little bit of stuff that Dean and I would have to sort out, right? Because I'm pretty sure he's also like very much a beatnik, but that means a lot of art, a lot of like experimentation, just having a good time. I could vibe with that, right? I may not do all the drugs.
Because I'm even seeing, like, this is probably his property, and he probably viewed the Iron Giant as an art piece at first, would be my guess.
I just remember that he wasn't, like, afraid of it and didn't want to, like, destroy it. That's what I remember. I remember being just very, like, artsy, right? At the end. Okay, at the end. Thank you, Tessa. Because, like I said, it's been a while since I have seen this. But...
And I've never seen it, so...
Yeah. But, he wants to have a little party, anti-consumerism and all that stuff, because we see how far consumerism has gotten in this country, so maybe he was on the right track, I see it. I'll I'm with it. He's got his own junkyard, which means he's got his own business. So I'm probably set. Dean
You
gets
gotta
it.
do the snaps. Gotta do the snaps. Is it because he's a beatnik?
Yeah, I'm great at snaps.
My mic doesn't pick mine up.
Oh, that's because you got
Okay.
the filter.
I can't. I think you've satisfied your reason for Dean. I think so. But can you provide us a hear me out on that brunch is overrated?
You know, what? I'm gonna call out the person who sent this. I
That's
know,
fine.
I know he's not here.
He's not here. He's not here to defend himself.
He's not here to defend himself, but this was a clamp submission. This was a clamp submission, right? This is bullshit. I mean, look.
You know what? I give a pass to clamps on this to a certain extent.
I mean, I give a little pass to clamps. However, I have to defend it as myself. So here is here's how I'm gonna defend it, okay? I knew as soon as you said it was clamps. Brunch is 100% not overrated. Okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out, okay? Brunch actually is overrated, and I'm about to tell you why. Because you go to these fancy places for brunch, right? And 90% of the time, the brunch is only good if it's a bottomless brunch, because the food quality itself is actually not that great. What you are actually enjoying is the buzz / the drunkenness that you are having that is making the food taste good because your inhibitions have already been lowered. The food quality itself is actually not that great. You want banger food? Go to a New York City diner.
Go to a diner. A diner is 100% better than a brunch place.
So I'm saying, go to a diner, get yourself some good food, and that's gonna be better than whatever it is that you are having, like, out at a brunch place that they are charging you way more, right? Also, there are some places, and we have had this happen to us, where you can't even eat the food unless you do the bottomless brunch. Right? They'll
Which
be
is
like,
ridiculous.
it's $40 a person, and it's like, okay, but I'm not gonna drink. What if I'm sober? Right? Nope, you still gotta pay the $40 a person. We don't give a fuck. So brunch is actually very bad for you, and very bad for anyone who may or may not have some struggles with adult beverages. Right? So it's overrated. Just go to a diner, have some good food. Go to McDonald's, get yourself an Egg McMuffin. Right? Hell, go to Denny's and get some food. You're gonna have way cheaper food. You're gonna have good quality of food, and you're gonna have a good time. And that shit is available all day, every day. You don't gotta worry about, like, oh, I gotta make it to brunch, and it means I gotta be there between 11 and 2. Nah, fam. Nah. Brunch is overrated.
I want to point out that reference of a $40 and you don't drink, that is an actual factual thing that happened to us. We went to near where we used to live. We went to a brunch place with Bionic and her husband. Neither of them really drink. Like, it's not even like a recovery thing. Like, they just don't drink. And we went there and, like, oh, we want to do brunch. Okay, it's bottomless, and but you don't have a choice. It's either bottomless or you're not getting brunch.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what's the, like, why can't I just order the brunch dish and not drink? But that, I will also say too, that,
I mean, that's not everywhere, but there are places that do that.
That place was a weird little local yokel towny place that I'm like, I don't know. I understand the clientele you're trying to appeal to in this town, but I'm like, that's not what we're going for.
That was not what we're going for. But yeah, Buster, $40 is like the average, and I would say the average of like a brunch spot in this area.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and some of them, especially if you go into New York City, like some of them are even more expensive. And even with the
Sheetz
breakfast, brunch,
I know exactly what Ellis is talking about.
I don't know what Sheetz is.
Sheetz is like a Wawa, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sheetz is like Pennsylvania, West Virginia. It's like it's that neck of the woods area.
This doesn't do brunch justice at all. Even if I gave you a good brunch, or I didn't put this picture up. This might have been King.
No, fantastic. I purposely chose a really bad picture for this.
Yeah. But here's my problem with some of those bottomless brunches, right? Like, I don't eat that much, and I don't drink that much, especially like at brunch, because you go to these brunch places and they're like, okay, your choices for drinks are a Bloody Mary, a mimosa, or like a Bellini. I don't want any of those.
Bellini maybe. Like, a Bellini is like, that's a nice place if they have Bellinis.
Maybe. And I don't want any of those, right? If I'm gonna have like a drink with whatever I'm eating, like, I might like a wine, or I might like a simple mixed drink.
Mhm.
And they're like, no, no, no. If you want one of those, you have to pay full price of the drink. It has nothing to do with the brunch. I'm like, the fuck do you mean? At Best Brunch, at Best with Brunch over here, you get bottomless coffee. You know where you get that here? At a diner that's not trying to classy it up by calling it brunch.
Every single diner, you could sit there and mainline coffee all day long, and they wouldn't question it. They wouldn't recommend it, but you could in theory.
Just go to a diner. You're gonna have banging coffee. You're gonna have banging breakfast, and then if you stay that long and you want a burger, get yourself a burger. Diners have like such a extensive menu. You gonna be fine. Brunch is overrated, and I will not hear otherwise.
I'm also gonna say that, unfortunately, the one diner that's near us is not that good.
That's not the point, King. You are not supposed to be arguing my point.
I'm not. I'm just saying I'm upset that we don't have a good diner near us. That's more what I'm saying.
That's why we have the Pancake House.
We do have the Pancake House. That is true.
Yeah. Been to a diner and only had coffee to 12 hours while working once.
Yeah.
See?
I've worked at a diner before for a few hours. I got like a meal at one point, but then I just drank coffee, I think.
Two Doors Biscuit World, you fill up your stomachs for $20 tops. Big facts. Big facts. Brunch as a meal at home or breakfast dinner. I mean, brunch as a meal itself, like if you're home, is different. That's just, if you're like, brunch in that context is basically just like, I technically missed my breakfast window, and now I'm just eating before my lunch window.
I think the thing is that brunch is also, I think, I will say to a certain extent, in cities in the United States, brunch has a very unhealthy connotation with getting shit-faced drunk at, which I'm like, you know what? Listen, you want to go out, knock a few back, get a little hammered on like a Friday or Saturday night, cool. There is no reason you should be getting like blackout drunk on like a Sunday afternoon.
It's because you're recouping. It's hair of the dog.
I know, but still.
But still, what? Hair of the dog. Go ahead. Go.
Also, hi Raven.
Go feed your alcohol problem by having brunch on a Sunday with bottomless mimosas.
I know. And you know what the worst prices of mimosa goes? I'm like, you're gonna have the worst hangover after that kicks out. Because what is? I will tell you, I have had a champagne hangover. They are awful. It is just sugar. That's all it is. And orange juice, I'm gonna tell you, they're not giving you good orange juice. They're giving you shit Minute Maid. I'm actually not. Minute Maid's too nice. It's gonna be like whatever Cisco brand or like orange juice they're giving you.
If you go to a legit brunch, it does have options that aren't available outside of breakfast, and some only available during lunch. So it works. You know what though? Yeah. If I have to only go during brunch, I don't want to go there, right? Because that's what fair. If you have something good, but it's like, ooh, I'm really craving this at 5 o'clock at night. So you don't want my hard-earned money just because I'm not here during the brunch window? Well, then you know what? You don't deserve my money, period. If you have the ingredients, but you just don't want to serve it to me after 3 o'clock because that's outside of your brunch window, you ain't getting my money. Then my money's staying in my pocket. I'm going to go take that money to IHOP. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I hate IHOP, and you know that.
I'm arguing the point, okay? I am doing the hear me out. I too love IHOP, Jesse.
Jesse, you know what it is? I don't really like pancakes is the issue. I actually I think that is where the delineation of breakfast always falls with Candy and I. Candy generally likes a sweet breakfast. Yeah. I prefer savory. Like, I'm like, breakfast for me, I'm like, I am not the kind of person that's eating a T-bone steak and eggs for breakfast. No. But I'm not far off from that.
If I'm hungry, I'm like, biscuits and gravy, not alcohol. Big facts, Ellis. Big facts. Yeah. Time limits on when food is served sucks nuts. Exactly, Buster. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I love that this has been the hottest topic of conversation is the brunch conversation.
Because this is very divisive.
Not that I would fuck a fish. It's that brunch.
Listen, this is very divisive, and I understand why. I know. Meeps, I am sad that you've never been to an IHOP. There are IHOPs somewhere in parts of Florida, but you know what? If I lived in Florida, I was gonna say
so much better.
If I was in Florida, I would not go to an IHOP. I'd go to a Waffle House. I would just go to a Waffle House while it is still daylight out.
Yes, because I love me some Waffle House. Wahos are amazing.
And you know what?
I love Wahos
you know what though? Waffle House, you gonna get that same food any time of day. They don't give a fuck what time you come in. You want waffles at 8 o'clock at night? We got you, fam. You want waffles at 11 a.m.? I got you.
Do you want smothered hash browns at 3:30 in the morning? I got you.
It might come with a side of people fighting in the restaurant, but you gonna have those hash browns.
Listen, those are gonna be delicious hash browns, and if someone's fist fighting in the corner, that's just ambiance.
That's just a show. It's dinner and a show. Fuck paying $75 for medieval times. Just go to a Waffle House at 3 a.m. You gonna be alright.
No, Ellis, I won't complain. Actually, I will say the one thing IHOP does do pretty well, they do omelets pretty well. Like they actually have a pretty decent omelet selection.
No,
No,
Tastic,
yeah.
we have to go like 2 states down from you to get to Waffle Houses, I think.
Yeah, because I want to say there's like 1 or 2 in Pennsylvania, but I think they're like closer to like Tennessee area of Pennsylvania.
I think by the time you get to like Virginia, you start seeing them.
You do, yeah.
Because
you
we saw them on
definitely
the one time we did the drive to DC, we saw them.
Yeah.
We didn't go to one.
It's just
but
I
we saw
wasn't I wasn't getting off the highway to go to Oahu.
No. I have just meant Jam or any diner. Big facts. You
Mhm.
just got IHOP in your area last year, Jesse. That's crazy. So Waffle House in PA, about 40 minutes. Okay, so that makes sense, Ella. So what I'm hearing is that one day King and I will make the drive to Waffle House and you'll meet us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Although, wait, Ellis. How the kitties? How the kitties?
I think they got added in both of our channels.
It did.
Yeah, I'm okay with that though. There's someone
Beautiful.
fighting. If someone's fighting a corner, that's ambiance.
The kitties are
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
You not wrong. You not wrong.
All right. I think we'll move on to the next one now.
Yeah, let's do the next one.
The next one is also you, Candy.
Jesus Christ!
GLaDOS from Portal. Hear me out,
Okay.
GLaDOS.
I mean, listen. The robot may lie to me, but they're gonna tell me a good lie. Okay? The cake may be a lie. However, at least GLaDOS is gonna make me feel good, and GLaDOS is gonna sing to me, right? And going back to Dean from the Iron Giant, y'all know that I want someone to sing to me, right? I want someone to sing. So she's gonna sing to me that she's still alive. And she's gonna be watching my every move. She's gonna be able to make sure whether that I'm like, you know, still alive or whether I've passed away. She's never gonna let me go. She is gonna love me so much that she's gonna keep me in that test room, but she's gonna let me have my fun and run around with the gun. So, you know, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not so bad.
I want to point out for the record that Still Alive was actually played at our wedding during the reception hour.
It was.
Specifically a string version of it.
It was. She'll kill you with but will I feel the neurotoxin or will it just put me to sleep? I have not actually ever finished a Portal game, friends.
You have it. You know what it is? You don't like platformers, and the fact that it's in first person perspective makes it even worse for you. I already know this.
I tried, and
She did.
I
She did,
think the
Buster.
thing
She's
is-
tried.
I think you said I actually got pretty far and close to the end, but I was just getting so
You did.
frustrated, and then I was getting so angry. I was like, it was something with like the jumps and stuff like that. That
The
like,
jumping is not good. The jumping's not good in that game. The jumping is a pain in the ass because it's janky jump physics from like the early 2000s in like a first person perspective game.
Yeah, and I was just
That's
getting
not
way
great.
too frustrated, and I gave up.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't let GLaDOS love me. So, you know, there's that. Sounds like Still Alive.
What would you do? What
What
would you do with GLaDOS's children? She does have children.
She has children?
Actually, Buster, clarity point. Are they considered her children, or are they offshoots of her personality at the end?
I mean,
I want to say, is it offshoots of her personality?
if they're technically children, then I guess I just get to become another stepmom, like to Leo.
Okay, they're personality bots. Okay, ignore me. They're personality bots.
So, wait, if they're personality bots, what I'm hearing is that then I'm really just in like a polyamorous relationship.
Yes, because I believe there's an anger one. There's anger. There's anxiety.
It's my anxiety.
do 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 do. Those are the only two I can remember. I know there's a third, and I just can't remember what like persona it like captures.
Persona. Sorry,
Yeah,
I couldn't help myself.
that's fair.
So they're all parts of her. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like being in a polyamorous relationship, except it's all part of her, but there's
Mhm.
multiples.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you were dating clones, would you be like cheating on them if they're all the same?
Wasn't there a movie called Duplicity that kind of explored that?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
pretty sure.
know.
I'm pretty sure it was a movie with Billy Crystal called Duplicity.
Maybe?
That's a very dated reference. I think a lot of people here were not even alive when that movie came out.
Were we alive when it came out?
I actually don't know. I don't do. No, Whitley is great.
And he's her stupid part. Wait, but that's a he. So GLaDOS
No,
is
it's
a
not
she, so it's somebody different, kind of. This is very confusing.
Oh no, it's not Duplicity. It's Multiplicity.
When did that come out?
1996, and it wasn't Billy Crystal. It was Michael Keaton.
So what I'm hearing is that you got every aspect of that wrong, except maybe the premise of the movie.
Yes. Yes. Friends, if you've ever wondered what conversations in our house are like, they're like this.
This is literally what conversations are like.
Who was that guy in that thing? It was this guy, right? No, it wasn't that guy. Listen, Ellis, I love my participation trophies.
So again, we go back to the question that we posed at the beginning. If we were to do a podcast, would y'all listen to this sort of insanity, and is this what it should be? Just lots of this.
It's called King Plays Guess the Movie.
Keep says yes. It's like what is happening? I don't know.
There's that one guy in that thing with that other guy.
Yep,
It's like
that's it.
It's like my father trying to ask about movies. I'm just as bad. At least I'm a little more knowledgeable.
For now.
For now. At least the fun fact is that dementia kind of runs in my family, but not fully. So we'll find out in a few years.
A few years? Better be more than a few years.
No, I say a few years, like a few decades. How about that? Is that better?
My goodness. If it's a few years, we better start the King Has Dementia Fund right now to keep some sanity. My goodness.
Just plot me on stream. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. New funding goal is gonna be to get King some help.
It's 2008 and Barack Obama just got elected as president.
Friends, I am terrified for my future. Are you all scared for me? Because I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid. My gosh.
Speaking of afraid, the next argument is mine.
We should be afraid. Tell me all about Tadashi Hamada from Big Hero 6.
Well, he's dead, first and foremost.
So are you
Spoilers, I
fucking a
guess.
corpse?
I'm assuming this is Tadashi Hamada before he dies. Listen, that man, I mean, he's a good-looking man. Come look at him. Especially the one with him like leaning against the wall. That's like the, come here eyes. Like, come here.
Jesus
and like that
Christ, that
warms-
escalated. I'm sorry, Meeps. The worst part is I'm not even drunk.
He's beautiful. I feel like that should have been specified on the slide. Tadashi Hamada, while alive.
I mean, but it wasn't, so...
So not only is he a good-looking man, he's got brains. Brains! Like, the man developed, the,
Baymax?
Baymax, but I'm trying to remember the guy who does the voice for him.
David Cross?
David Cross, yeah. Had brains. Alice!
He's beautiful, and he's a nerd. Big facts.
He is. And he's just got such soft-looking skin. Yes, that is rendering by a PC. But still. I mean, also, he is a family man at the end of the day. That guy gave so much of a shit about his younger brother, who I do not remember his name. Alice!
Had skin, had brain. I fucking love you, Ellis.
I'm like that everyone's
No,
going
Alice,
like,
keep
"This
going,
is
keep
Hero."
going.
But listen, I'm gonna talk like brains, good looks. What does he not have? He is
A life?
You know what
A
it
pulse?
is. If Disney, if they did Crazy Rich Asians animated, Tadashi Hamada would be in it.
Just like Buster would be like, fucking hell, Candy.
Listen.
Isn't this what y'all here for?
This really is all you're here for.
Isn't this why we did this together?
It really is. But yeah, my eyes and heart say yes. I'm 100% for this.
Okay. Do y'all feel that King did a good job defending?
Do I need to do more defending?
I mean, I don't know if this one really needs defending. Just look at him.
Mhm.
Boy can
He's a
get
good
it.
looking man.
We all just turned up to hear Candy make jokes about dead animated characters for sure. Well, then just you wait till this next one. Because, oh boy, let me tell you, Palpatine is a daddy.
He is. It's not even wrong. It's not even wrong.
Palpatine is daddy. All right. Look, this is both of us.
Memes, I did find the most terrifying picture I could find.
Hold on.
I found the fuggliest picture of him I could.
All right, listen, okay? Clearly, this man fucks, right?
He does.
Because we know that he's got a granddaughter, which means
Yeah.
at some point he had a kid. Right?
Or after
So-
Palpatine.
So, the man be doing his thing. Okay? Now, also, let's not forget, right? If I was a betting man, I'd betting this a comment from your faith is in your friends is yours bullshit. He lets the power flow through him, right? Ellis, thank you. This is a man who has power,
This
who
man
has
does not
wealth.
fuck Disney Anakin.
Okay, you know what? Even if you don't want to look at the sequels, all right? You want to forget the sequels? Fine. He's got power.
Legends. The legends did such a good job. And this is me gonna Star Wars geek out for a minute. This man was like the man.
Mm-hmm.
Even as he was killing his master, he was the top shit in the
Yup.
Galactic Republic.
Yo, he's smooth with his words, okay?
Mhm.
And listen, you know, y'all, things are getting spicy. You're in bed.
Ian McDermott.
Yeah, Ian McDermott. You want to,
Yeah.
you want to spice it up a little bit? Maybe he'll give you a little shock while you in bed, a little zap, a little something just to spice it up and keep things going, right? A little shock in the right places will do wonders for those tingles and those feelings while you getting it in bed. I'm just saying, okay?
He
He
can
a
also
daddy.
force choke you. He can also force choke you from the other room if you're into that.
You want a little foreplay, a little force choking? There you go. There you go. Palpatine's a daddy.
He 100% is. And you're exactly right. He technically did. That is technically the theory that yes, Papa Sheev did create Anakin through the manipulation of midichlorians in Shmi's body, and that Shmi was basically just a vessel to carry a force-created child. That is, it's the canon that Disney will not acknowledge.
So what I'm hearing though is that he believes in surrogacy, right? And that I don't have to ruin my body to carry a baby. He'll just have somebody else do it. So again, I'm still on board for this. A man with power, probably some wealth, right? In control.
This man, he controlled the banking guild too. That was all. When he killed off Plagueis, he became the de facto lead of the banking guild of the
See?
entire galaxy.
Listen, give me a little Dommy Daddy. I'll be alright.
He is your Dorian Gray. No, who was the one from 50 Shades? Is it Dorian Gray?
I don't know. I didn't fucking read 50 Shades.
I didn't either. But I'm like, he's your Dorian Gray, but fugly.
Christian?
Christian Grey.
I
Whatever.
didn't read or watch 50 Shades, but goddamn, the actor who played Christian is hot as shit.
For watching Star Wars.
Jamie Dornan, I think. This list
came
seems
from
to be
Richmond.
King and Candy
Oh, yeah,
attempts to
no.
seduce in Disney. Okay, wait. I just want to say, Ellis, that we did not create this list. There is not one. I don't think there's I didn't
No.
put any submissions.
I didn't put any on here. This is all y'all. You
This
have
is-
nobody to put yourselves.
This is all, and actually, fun fact, I'm gonna say who did this one too, because this was shocking when I saw who did this. Okay,
Actually, I can look and see who
this
was.
came. Oh no, I know exactly who this is because I was shocked. This came
They're
from
not here- they're not
Clamps'
here to
wife.
defend- Yeah, this is.
Render Penguin is the one who put this in.
Mm-hmm.
I
Miss
now
Render's not here to defend herself either.
y'all know how Clamps gets like not Clamps is wholesome, right? You know Clamps, gets like blushed with certain things when he was playing Date Everything and he saw some lines that he couldn't even read out loud, right? When Render put this one in, he actually messaged me and said, "I am so surprised by what she put in for the Hear Me Out." And then when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, that's my girl.
That's my girl.
So, yeah, there's that. Listen, I'm just saying, Palpatine could get it. Palpatine a daddy. Money, power, status, like, what's
Money,
left?
power, respect.
He got it all.
He does have it all.
A little fear, a little, whatever. Get it, man, get it.
Yes. All right.
Ready for the next
Palpatine's
one?
daddy. I am ready for the next one. I know it's mine.
It is yours, which thank God, because I've never watched this.
I haven't either. Fire Lord Azai from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm gonna tell you all right now, I have never seen a single episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender ever. I know not. Actually, no, that is not true. I can tell you what I did. They did live action Legend of Korra, I believe. Was it Avatar or was it Legend of Korra
Avatar.
as a TV series? Is it Avatar as a TV series?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I got my Extra Life tattoo, it was playing at the tattoo shop, but like basically completely muted. So I'm just staring at it. I'm like, this looks pretty. I have no idea what's going on in it. But I mean, Fire Lord Azai. All right, first and foremost, I'm 99% that is BD Wong, is it not?
What? I'm looking this
Who
up.
is that? Like the actor?
Who is this man?
Who is this man? Wooden base war. I know the Fire Nation did a lot of war crimes. I know.
Is you pulled this up from the movies?
Yeah.
Daniel Day Kim. Or sorry, from the TV series, I meant to say.
Yes.
Daniel Day Kim.
Gotcha. Oh, he was in Lost. I'm pretty sure.
Sure, I didn't see Lost either.
I know you didn't see Lost. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest. From Hawaii 5-0.
He was in Always Be My
I mean-
Maybe, which I love that movie.
I'm guessing he was somebody's dad in it, if I were to guess.
Always Be My Maybe. I'm pretty sure he was. He dated Ali Wong, I think.
He did?
In the movie, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think he was a kid. I don't think he was somebody's dad. I don't remember. It's
You'll
been a long
be
time.
Lost. You will be if you watch the show. Badumtis. I watched the first few seasons of Lost. I liked what I saw. I just never finished it. So,
I'm good. I
but I
don't need
mean,
to watch
Fire Lord Azai. I mean, like, listen, that man has power. Look at him. He doesn't even button up his shirt in the top right-hand corner. That's a man that knows he can walk around with his chest flowing, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I want you to look. I want you to see the six-pack and pecs I have right
Thanks
now."
for the hydrate, Yada.
He's a confident man. I can't even be mad about that. And yes, now war crimes aside, because I guess that there's a lot of problems with the Fire Nation from what I've heard. What's the line? There is no war in Bossing. There is no war in Bossing say.
Sure.
Yeah, one of those.
I mean,
Yeah, I've never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I think this one is unfortunately very lost on me because I'm like, I don't have the full context for. I know the Fire Nation's bad. That's all I know. He's probably dehydrated. Yeah, I am.
the war crimes make him sexier, according to Yada.
In the words of Will Ferrell in Blades of Glory, that's what makes it hot. No pun intended, because they're the Fire Nation.
Oh,
But I mean,
whoa.
listen, but even like, you know what it is? It's the beard. The beard is like definitely like a follow that trail down to his chest kind of thing. You kiss the lips, you go down the beard, you get to the chest. Yeah. Respect.
The long hair
I'm
gives
for
you plenty of handles.
It really does. It really does. I mean, that man is. You're not pulling on hair with him. He absolutely not. He's the kind of man that would punch you if you grabbed his hair during.
I mean, maybe you into that shit.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't actually remember who put this one on.
I
Doesn't matter.
What?
But I don't remember who it was.
I know who it is.
Are they here?
They are.
Oh.
They are right now.
Well, if they want to reveal themselves.
They do not have to, but I know who it is.
Meeps is like, was it Elpis? God damn, Meeps.
Cannot
I don't
confirm or deny.
I don't actually know. I don't have that open.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Ready
Yeah,
for the next?
I wish I could argue this one harder. He is a hot man, honestly.
Oh, Raven said, I
was-
don't remember who was it
Who
Meeps?
was it?
I'm sure it was not Meeps.
I'm positive it wasn't Meeps.
I don't know if Meeps submitted any.
I don't think Meeps did.
Yeah, I was
That's it.
saying,
I didn't think
think
Meeps
so.
did.
I didn't think so.
I love Raven. I don't remember who I submitted. I just threw darts at a board and said, sure, let's go with it.
I'm also
I'm
way
way
too
too-
gay.
I'm
What does
also-
that even mean, Meeps? If you're way too gay, that means we just get a whole bunch of hot women on this list.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with a bunch of hot women on the list.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my. I can't do any further pitch than that, honestly. Elpis, it was not you. It was not you.
if it was me.
I mean, I meant I'm way too gay to put this dude in there. That's fair. That's fair.
I was like, oh.
Uh,
All right, well, that
um,
is Fire Lord Ozai. If you think that King did a good job, let us know.
I didn't. Last and bisexual. Now this next one. This is a thing. Kirby from the Brave Little Toaster.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
he does suck. I mean, I could just leave it there. He sucks.
I mean, a little suction action ain't hurt nobody.
That is not the kind that I would want to be putting my stuff near, though.
You get the right attachment, you'll be alright.
That is not a vacuum cleaner that has attachments.
You don't know that. You can't see, like, the full back of it in this picture.
Fine.
I'm just saying
Fine.
you can't see the back of it. You don't know if there's a slot for the attachment so that you get the hose.
Fine. You're right. A better fit for this is that robot from Tele. I have no idea what you're talking about, Yada.
I never watched the Teletubbies.
I never did
my sister
either.
watched it,
I
though.
was way too old for that by the time it came out.
Yeah, I was like too old.
They are not here to defend themselves, but it is very much not surprising that this is what they threw in there because
It is not surprising.
nope.
Listen, Buster, that's what I'm saying. There's a hole around the back, right? And then, you know, also vacuums have like those bristles, right? You take those bristles and you just lightly rub them against the skin, and it's like almost just like a whole bunch more of like nails going across your skin to give you the goosebumps as you go. Just
I
saying.
just recoiled physically from that, and not in a good way. Like, you know, you get the shivers sometimes of like it feels good. Nah, that was one of those shivers of like when you rub your nails on a chalkboard kind of feel like.
Listen, I'm just saying we have to defend this, okay?
Never
So-
heard of the story of Henry Hoover? I've seen Scary Movie. Like, that's all I need to say.
I've romanced Hoover in Date Everything.
I don't think I've met Hoover yet.
I don't think you have.
I know there is a vacuum cleaner that I have not talked to yet. I
Mhm,
know that.
mhm.
But I mean, also, if memory serves me well, Kirby is a little bit older. He's a little bit more wise, I think, if memory serves me well.
Mm-hmm. Which means he
So
knows
he
how to treat people.
He does know how to treat people. He would know.
Hoover's
Hoover's
hot. So what I'm hearing is
According to-
that vacuums can be hot.
Alice gets it. I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room. God, that movie would not fly in this day and age.
Mm-mm.
Friends, if you ever have a chance, watch Scary Movie. Only the first one, because that was the best one.
God,
But-
it's so long since I've seen that.
I know.
He also takes
He also
no
takes
shit.
no. True, he does. He is very bullheaded. He's very much bullheaded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see any issue. He is a silver fox. He's a silver fox.
Yeah. Almost like they were
He's a silver-
designed for that.
He knows what to do to please you, and he is an old man, but he's still sucking. I regret nothing.
I wasn't gonna stop you.
I'm okay. Good.
I was gonna let you roll with it.
I'm just gonna let you dig your grave. It's fine.
You're not even digging a grave. You're just talking about, someone from your childhood, much like this next one that you have to defend.
I am
Steve
so
from
upset
Blue's
about
Clues.
Steve from Blue's Clues. I am so upset that this one's on here. I mean,
Why are
real
you
talk.
upset?
He's a good-looking dude. He is a good-looking dude. I mean, Buster, do you seriously not know what Well, actually, no, that makes sense, because I don't think it ever made it to the UK. Blue's Clues was a kid's show. Early 2000s, I think.
Maybe? Alice is like, this isn't Hear Me Out. I get it. Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing. King has to defend this, but here's why I'm gonna say it's still a little bit of a hear me out, right?
Yeah.
I think it's only a little bit of a hear me out because that means that you have to let yourself be in a position where you are falling for this character or this man who is easily 15 to 20 years older than you, and you have to tell yourself that this is not grooming, that he cared about you so much when you were a child. Now proceed with your defense. Now that I've put that context in.
I am so glad that you laced this with grooming.
Yes. Now please proceed.
Go on. Now go on. Now listen. He was just trying to educate you with his dog. I consider him my dad, not my daddy.
This is not. I don't think this is the one that had the bad shit. I think that was the second one who came in.
I think it was the second one because nobody talks about him anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, Liz, I mean, and it's tough too because I'm like, you know what it is? I can't pitch it's for me is the hear me out isn't with the OG Steve, the Steve we grew up with. It's the Steve as an older man. The Steve that's like a little gray around the whiskers that genuinely cares about. He is a man that's going to hold you and he's going to make you a cup of tea afterwards.
Okay.
What
about all that time he spent with you as a child?
You know what? It's a little weird, I'm going to admit, but honestly, it also means that he knows everything about me. Good and bad. Hopefully more the good. Yeah, that was exactly. He did leave because of mental health problems. That's true. But no, and listen, and the fact that he came back afterwards after years and apologized. He apologized. Oh, my heart. How could I not take this man into my bed?
Could probably make a killer breakfast.
Hell yeah, he could. Now, is Blue probably alive still? Probably not, but that's not the point.
Well, it's fine. Now we have Bluey. I don't think they're related, but...
They are not related.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, he saw us. He saw, you know what it is too? He didn't make a move when we were younger. He waited till we were older to really come in with the adult emotions. Was that your harking? Yes. Listen, I stand by it. On the show, his name was Joe. The actor was Donovan Patton. Bluey. How dare that dog stand where Blue was? I need a Harry Potter meme, but it's him screaming at Bluey. And a picture of like Blue in like heaven.
Damn.
I know it doesn't, Ellis.
It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, this is submitted by y'all. I didn't include this.
This is true. This is true.
Who actually said? I think I know who did this. Yep.
You know what though? At least his sense of style got better.
It did. It 100% did. Because that striped shirt wouldn't be doing it for me, fam. If you showed up at a bar and bought me a drink, I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
I mean, you walked into a bar like that and tried to buy someone a drink, I would be worried that you were looking for someone who was under the age of 21.
Yes. Or it's like, I bought you this drink, I didn't put anything in it, I don't believe you.
You're like, like, can you buy me another one that gets handed to me directly from the bartender? Thanks so much.
Yeah. Bluey at least being educational, it's way better than the 18 billion Coco Melon shows on now.
Did you know that Steve also plays music?
I did not.
Yeah, apparently he plays music.
Ooh.
That's the thing, 'cause I just looked it up to see how old he is. He's actually only 51.
He looks good for 51.
He does. I will say he looks good for 51.
Yeah.
But then I realized that's only like a 13-year age gap between you, so it's not as bad.
No, it's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Still, you know, still a little rough, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah,
What does
going
he
into
play?
high school.
Music. What? I'm assuming the guitar.
Let me go back to it. This is what I have my phone for.
Wait, no, fine. It's fine.
Oh no,
It's fine.
it's on my phone. I just put my phone
Oh,
down.
okay.
Well, the genre is indie rock, alternative rock. He sings, he plays guitar, and he plays keyboards.
Okay. Okay.
So there you go. Oh, of course. He lived in Williamsburg for most of his life, of course.
Of course he did. That's a regional joke that only makes sense if you live in New York City or near New York City.
Like, yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
That tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, he started a band. Wait. Oh, that's acting. I was like, hold the phone.
Speaking of acting, Candy,
Oh boy.
you now have to talk about how much you love Gary Oak from Pokemon. Because I know you love Pokemon.
Yeah, because it's totally not something that's coming out in the next episode of Girl Pod.
No, totally not. I've seen the thumbnail. I know what it looks like.
Gary Oak. Hold on. I need to look this up slightly. I'm like, who the fuck is Gary Oak? Because it's not Professor Oak.
But he is Professor Oak's grandson. If that helps.
It doesn't. That makes it worse.
That makes it worse.
That makes it worse. He's a researcher. Okay, wait. If he's a researcher, then he's not that young.
I mean, here's the thing: is that I think they're talking about Gary Oak from like the OG Pokemon series, not Gary Oak as an adult. I think. Smell you later. Cringe. I'm having war. Yep, Ellis. Yep.
I'm having war flashbacks. Wait, what? I was like, I don't know anything. This is tough because I don't know anything about, like.
Oh, were they not?
Wait. Listen, are they old enough? If they're not old enough, I am going to recuse myself from this.
Yeah. If that was the case, then yeah, we can nix this one. That's fine.
I'm trying to find out, but I can't find anything about ages. What is the name of Professor Oak in general, too? Like, is his first name Gary?
10, nope, he's 10, and no, Gary, he's 10 years old.
Is Professor Oak's first name Gary? Do we know? No, it's Sam.
No, Professor Oak's name is not named Gary.
I don't know! I don't fucking know!
Perpetually 10 years old, like Ash.
I am recusing myself of this.
No, we can get rid of that one. It's fine. We can yell at the person who submitted it. They're not here.
They're not here.
Now. No, what we can do is go
Professor
on
Oak is
to have
Samuel.
one that I'm gonna have to argue, and that is specifically the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast.
I say I know Ash is 10, but Gary's definitely not an adult. I don't know anything about Gary. Also, for the record, that means King should have done his research on who this was.
I probably should have. Now, listen, the wardrobe from the yes, a woman that can crush me, absolutely. The fuck. Literally, how could I not?
That bitch is thick.
This isn't even me having to argue. This is like, yeah, like I'm for it. Listen, I'm not even joking. The D&D character I am playing right now is a dwarf that loves big women. I'm not even kidding. That is my D&D character right now. And I have told Candy's character specifically, she's not big enough.
Because she's only 6 feet tall.
She's only 6 feet tall.
Alright, be taking a drink of my beverage.
That's fine.
Okay, but what about when they are no longer a wardrobe? You still hit it?
I don't remember what they look like when they were in a wardrobe. Honest truth.
Okay, that's fine. So do you want her to just sit on you the way she's sitting on this person in the picture?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yes. That's not. Again, friends, I don't need to argue this. Like, you sit on me. Yeah. Again, there's a TikTok out there. Candy has seen it, and she knows exactly which one I'm
Yep.
talking about.
Where it's just a woman who she's like, ladies, you need to just sit on their face, and then a man
And it's
comes
just
in.
and it's just a dude screaming yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's King for you. I don't know what y'all
That's me.
think you normally get on his normal streams where he's all wholesome and ooh woos.
Oh yeah, Buster. Yeah. I did not eat several pudding cups with no spoon as a child.
Yep. That's King for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't even need to argue this. Don't even need to argue this.
There's no argument to be had. There's no argument to be
I
had.
don't know, Yoshi.
We have probably like 12, 13 more in general.
A decent amount.
Yeah.
King puts hands together. More, yes.
More.
It's the Kylo Ren screaming more when the blasters are shooting at Luke Skywalker on whatever the name of that planet was with the salt. I don't remember.
Mhm.
The
Well,
sequels were wild.
You know what we do get more of? We do get more of King defending things where he has to defend Steve Buscemi.
Do you guys know that Steve Buscemi actively served with his firefighters after 9/11? That's a hero right there. Not specifically this picture, but
Again, you chose the picture.
I did choose this
You
picture.
could have picked any picture, and this is what you chose.
Huh? Yeah.
Mhm.
Steve Buscemi is charming. I will give him that. He will charm the pants off of you.
Is he?
Yes! He just walks. He's just rolling around Brooklyn all the time. Like, not even, like, no joke. He just rolls around Brooklyn all the time. He just wants a sausage McMuffin. I don't even know what this picture's from, honestly. I found the worst Steve Buscemi picture I could. I'm like, I could not tell you what this is actually from.
I don't know why you thought this was the picture to pick. I'm just saying.
Why not? Is the better question.
Is this from Big Daddy?
Big Daddy's a throwback.
That is.
Big Daddy was the first or second date with the girl I was dating in middle school. We went to the movies together, and I'm pretty sure we saw Big Daddy. It was Big Daddy or Little Nicky, because that was when Adam Sandler was having his heyday in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. I did, Buster.
Wow, what I'm hearing also is that King was so smooth, he had a girlfriend in middle school.
I did.
Wow.
It was so smooth and so fucking awkward.
So smooth.
Milsty's 2 goes humping a tree. And yes, Buster, he was amazing in Sopranos as well. But no, real talk, he's gonna take care of you. He is a good-looking dude. He may not be packing anything down there. I cannot confirm or deny that. But listen, he's a good-looking dude. He is unconventionally handsome. He's kind of got like the Willem Dafoe thing going on, where he's unique, and that's what makes him handsome. Is that because he's so unique looking?
But Willem Dafoe has a long sausage.
You don't know what Steve Buscemi does.
I mean, you don't have to search for it on Willem Dafoe. Any fucking pair of pants he puts on, there it is. I don't see that with Steve Buscemi in his roles.
I don't know if Steve Buscemi has roles where he's putting his tight pants on.
A likely story. Adam Sandler is living 30 minutes away from you right now. He's filming a new Netflix movie. He's got a few. He's got a few coming out.
Buscemi doesn't have the nickname Human Tripod.
Big facts. Buster knows what's up.
Listen, real talk to you though, he's gonna value you. That's really what it comes down to. He's gonna value you.
Okay, so here, I'm putting this out here now in case Yada goes to sleep before we finish this. So what we have learned, Yada, is that King is looking for someone to value him and to love him, and I'm out here just being like, is gonna be hit it and quit it. That is the difference in these hear me outs.
Yes, it speaks to the fact that you are a Leo and I am a Cancer.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna pull this back to astrology that I don't understand.
Yes. Wait, Happy Gilmore out
Nah.
is out on the 25th? That's so quick. For some reason, I thought it
Oh,
was gonna be
wow.
out yet.
It's really roommates right now. Oh my god.
I mean, look, I still
Hey,
enjoy Adam Sandler movies. I'm fine.
They're fine. They're fine for what they are.
Yeah.
They're
You
fine
ready for
what
the
they
next one?
are. I am, because this is a duo defend, and it's a duo with Darth Maul, which seems appropriate because he's got a dual wielding lightsaber.
He do. Now here's
He's brooding as fuck. Come on, how could you not?
he is. I mean, I'm a little concerned that makeup. I know it's not makeup, guys. I'm just being a jerk. But I'm a little concerned that makeup is gonna get everywhere. You know. But Tastic, like you said, them eyes.
That is not makeup. That is
I
his
know.
skin color.
I said it's. I just said that I know it's not makeup in the canon of Star Wars, but still, you know, there's a lot of face paint there. There's a lot going on there.
They are a slave race on Dathomir. Fun fact.
Only thing he gonna be a slave to is me in the bedroom. Oh whoa!
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Peter Serafinowicz doing his voice in the ear hole. Nice.
Now,
Also, that man's intense. Like, that's gonna be like a, it's gonna be intense. Like, that might be like a, someone's calling the police because there's a lot of noise coming from upstairs.
now here's the thing, right?
Listen, no, it's a fun fact because he was able to escape and leave because Palpatine pulled him out of there.
Yes.
That's a fun fact.
But okay, so let's look, right? What we don't see in this picture is we don't know if he has legs. We don't know if this is Darth Maul with the lower half of his body. Now, if it is Darth Maul without the lower half of his body, that means that this is all just my pleasure, none of his.
That is actually a valid point because he does lose his legs at one point.
What? I'm just saying.
No, it's accurate. I applaud you for bringing that into the equation. That yes, he does lose his bottom half.
See, you're saying it's live action, so he has his legs. However, we see in the live action that that's when he loses his lower half.
True,
So,
but
no one
not
said
right
what
now.
time frame this is.
So you're saying he's
I'm saying he's gonna be between my legs and that's it. It's also the last you see him in the live action. Yeah, but all the other stuff is canon now, thanks to Disney.
It is, yeah.
So it's fine. Maybe you could put some different attachments on.
I'm Candy. Do you remember what's on top of his head?
You got those spikes.
Yeah. Do you want him between your legs with that?
I mean, how do you think he's getting in between there? You think his? I mean, also maybe put a little few things on the spikes. You know, it's
To
fine.
make him wear helmets.
No, you can make him wear a helmet, but you can put like other attachments on for more fun. It's fine. Maybe some handles. It's okay. Put marshmallows on the spikes. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Put
You gotta have-
marshmallows on the spikes.
You're gonna have skills with those little horn spikes.
So she's just gonna sit on your lap, pretending your legs are. These are my legs now.
Listen, it's great. I'll have him train me in the ways of the Force, and then when I'm done with him, as per the rule of 2, I'll just kill him, and I won't have to worry about him ever again. It's fine. I'll go Black
It's
Widow
such a
on this shit.
He was so underutilized in the films. Totally unrelated to everything, but he was so underutilized in the films. Again, there is so much lore about him in the books that I'm like, it's lots. But like, they just didn't use him.
Did you be like
Maul on the
phone
phone to his tailor. I need robot legs, 10 inches. No, not the legs. That'd be for short legs. Well, the third the EU made him so interesting, and they just went, yeah, they really did.
Thank you for
They
the
really
hydrate,
did.
Yada. More
Thank
cider.
you, Yada.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think
I mean, I think we
we've
did a good
defended-
job with Darth Maul, right?
I think we did a good job.
Did he really
Yeah.
need defending anyway?
No, God, no.
No.
And you know who else doesn't need defending? Tim Curry in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Big facts.
I literally, this isn't even a hear me out. Absolutely.
Like, look at those legs.
Seriously.
Like, look at the tights. Look at the aesthetic, the style, the confidence.
Elpis gets it.
Listen, confidence is sexy, friends. Tim Curry in most things, to be honest. But accurate.
Yeah.
Accurate. Like, just like look at the
Yeah.
definition. The definition of the legs is what gets me. Could abuse the hydrates. You could, Yada, if you wanted.
I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. I haven't watched Rocky Horror in so long.
Same.
It's been so long. I honestly think the last time might have been college, honestly, for me.
That's fair. I mean, we know Tim Curry got moves.
Yeah.
We know
He
this.
does have moves.
Meeps, what are your
the
questions? Please share the questions. We may have answers, or we may just have
I probably don't, but
weird opinions. Either one.
Porque no los dos.
I don't know how to word
I don't
them.
know how to word them. That's fine.
It's fine. Just put the word vomit in there, and we will do our best to make sense of it. Much like we
Candy
have to
deals-
do our best.
Candy deals with my word vomit all the time in the house. It's fine.
This is true. This
I
is
don't know how
very
to
true.
talk half the time. I can talk on stream occasionally, and I can talk at work. That's about it.
Also,
Everything
I
else
want
is
that
kind of
jacket.
like. It is a cool jacket. I'll give.
That's the type of jacket
No.
that, like, we're gonna spend the night together, and then I'm going home with that jacket.
Oh, Meeps. Shit, we got to do a showing of this in the Discord then.
Meeps. I am
We do have to show Rocky Horror on the Discord then.
Meeps. You need to let us know when you're free so we can show you Rocky Horror.
Yes, 100%.
Wait, Tastic's like, wait, hold up.
Meeps,
Hold up, wait a
Meeps,
minute.
for context, Rocky Horror is just to kind of like level it. Rocky Horror is a musical. It's not. It's kind of Halloween related, but it's very much like a whole musical that's basically fuck gender norms, fuck sexuality roles.
Mhm.
We're just gonna have fun. That's literally the whole. That's literally the whole thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's been so long, but I do love the music from Rock. It's a musical too. That's the other
Musicals
thing I
from
should
the
preface it.
70s. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't know if you've ever heard the song Time Warp. It's
Yeah,
just older,
Time
so you have to search it
Warp.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, Time Warp is the biggest one from that movie. I feel like.
Let's do the time warp again.
again. It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right.
Mm-hmm. There's also the Touch Me song, but that one's not as big.
Oh, touch me. I want to feel dirty. Creature of the
Mhm.
night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I would 100% do a showing of this in the Discord.
And what I will say is, I don't know if they do them everywhere.
I've never been to a showing, and I know they're wild, and I've
Yes.
just never had a chance to go to one.
I haven't had a chance to go to an in-person one. I would really like to, but I have been told if you do go to one, if you are more on the shy side, you should not say it is your first one.
Yes, because they will. The whole thing with the live ones is a lot of people are like acting it out and singing on the stage or in front of the screen, and they're very much like, "Oh, this is your first time. You're getting the fuck up here and like doing this."
So if you are more on the shy side, do not
Yeah.
do not say that it is your first time.
Yeah, because like the whole thing is that basically it's very much a fan interaction show when they do show it.
Audience participation.
Yeah, it's 100% audience participation.
The Perks of Being I haven't seen The Perks of Being a Wallflower or read it, so
I read the book when I was in high school. I never saw the movie version of it.
I started it, I just never finished it. Like reading it, I just never finished it.
The book's not bad. Book's not bad.
Fair.
It's good. It's very good for what it was when it came out. I don't know about the movie. I don't know anyone who saw it, so
I don't know if anybody saw it either.
yeah.
So we all know that Tim Curry's a yes. So that's not even a hear me out.
100%.
But how about this next one? How about Michael Scott? Yeah.
I mean,
And again, we're not talking Steve Carell, who was aged like fine wine. We're specifically talking Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. I'm not talking Steve Carell. I'm not talking Silver Fox, Steve Carell. No, Michael Scott. Cringy AF Michael Scott.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna treat you well because he's gonna throw so much money at you so you don't leave.
I mean, here's the thing. He is going to treat you well because every character that he has fallen for within the TV show, He has done
It's
his best to
loaded.
make them happy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He will always put your needs first if you are his romantic interest. If you are
Mhm.
his employee, that may be a different concern.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, and he may hit some people with his car. Just don't let him drive.
Yeah.
Would probably bore you with that's what she said. I mean, that's like every
Yeah.
guy at that time that this show came out. He's
This
a
is
very
like-
good man at heart. Yes.
He's a very good man at heart, but I mean, beyond that, I'm like, I don't know.
Like, he's Yada, he's a good man at heart. Ellis, he's going to show up at your art gallery even if no one else does. This is very true. He is going to be
Yes.
the most supportive, like, if he personally knows you. Now, if he does not know you and you are walking across the street, he may hit you with the car. That is
Yes.
actual and factual.
Yes,
he
he will hit
has-
you with a car.
He always has good intentions.
Mm-hmm. He very has good intentions.
He just needs a lot of
Good-
guidance.
Yes. 100%. He's head in the clouds is actually a good way to put it. Tastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Head in the clouds. Like, I don't have a care in the world. It is what it is.
He's very aloof, but the people that he cares for, he very much cares for. He very much wants the people in his life to be happy. And again, sometimes he goes about it the wrong way, right?
100% the wrong way.
He wants to make sure that everybody feels comfortable, and then he's forcing just a few too many sexual harassment trainings, or
Yes.
going so far in the extreme to prove the point of what sexual harassment is, that he is actually harassing people. So he needs somebody who will rein him in. But if
Are
you're
you
looking...
thinking specifically when he kisses Oscar?
Oh my god. Yeah. But if you're looking for someone who is going to be supportive, who maybe you have to
Mhm.
keep a little extra eye on, but you're happy to take on that project, if you are the person who's like, I can fix him, Michael Scott's the one you want to fix, and you'll probably have a little bit of fun fixing him.
Scott's tots.
And he got a job.
He does have a job. That man's been working.
He been working. He got money. He's
Easily
fine.
enough. He's after all of his aloofness, after all of his shenanigans, he still has a job
Word.
and pulling down probably 6 figures
Word.
would be my guess. Get you a man that earns 6 figures. Shit,
I don't have a man who earns 6 figures.
I don't either.
Well, you don't have a man. Unless there's something you want to tell me.
Regardless,
That wasn't a no.
I'm not hearing a no.
King didn't say no.
Nah, I listen. Neither of us. I'm the closer to 6 figures, and I still am not making it. So,
Damn, Lars don't even make 6 figures. You right, Elpis. Damn.
Lars.
Where's
Yeah,
Lars?
Lars.
Ow!
I
Stop
like
throwing
how I
shit at
saw
me.
You know what the best part is? I saw your avatar freak out on my screen, but not the things hitting you.
Yep.
Hi,
Yep,
Soup.
I wish I could make 6 figures too. I've been trying.
Soup, enjoy your
Hi, Soup.
enjoy your daily protein.
I wish I could make 6 figures. One day.
Same. Soup is being mean to me today. She was screaming. Did you deserve it, Yoshi?
I'll say, did you deserve it? If you deserved it, we can't do nothing about that. You're
She was
falling
just
down a
falling.
cliff. I have concerns.
Did you knock her off the cliff?
Yeah, don't forget to get your candy.
Krabby Patty gummies.
Go to the fire pit and doing
Ooh.
sparklers. Enjoy your sparklers.
Hell yeah! Enjoy your sparkler, Soup.
Can't
Beeps,
do-
enjoy your cricket. I don't need to do that. It's soup and lettuce. Fair enough.
All right, ready?
So
for-
Michael Scott. I mean,
Michael
yeah.
Scott,
The next
yeah.
one's you.
The next one is me. I hate it.
I
hate
know
it.
you do. I know you do.
Shadowheart.
Have fun, boo boo.
Fucking Shadowheart. No.
I know, right?
No.
Imagine having to romance Shadowheart.
It is not Yoshi. It is not.
No,
Having-
Yoshi, that's not yet.
Having to romance Shadowheart. Let's see. Well, here's the thing. She is so useless on the battlefield that you might as well keep her at the camp making a nice meal for you to come back to after a long, hard day of out there and fighting, right? So you can come home to her. She can help heal your wounds because she's technically a healer, right? I guess she looks all right. Could have done with, you know, a little bit more meat on the bones, a little bit more booba, but you know, I guess we can't all be, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So it's fine. She's got a nice enough voice, right? You know?
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, and she is a half elf. So she will be able to be there for you as you get older and age. She'll be able to take care of you because she will live longer than you will. So you also never have to worry about losing her if you keep her at camp, because she won't ever see any action to die. So she'll be there waiting for you and keeping a nice cozy home.
I'd like to point out that in nowhere here has Candy actually said you need to appreciate her. She's like, she'll be there.
Yes. And
Nothing. Just go on.
listen, I feel like I don't have to defend this because everyone else loves her anyway.
I know. It's like I don't have to because y'all are gonna be like, I don't need to. Y'all love her.
You know, it's fine. Even as a rubbish cleric, give her spirit guardians, and she's amazing. Her story and side quests are great. We're not talking about her story and side quests. We're talking about her as a person, which, you know, she's fine. She'll keep you happy. She'll stay alive for you. She'll be there for you to heal your wounds.
She's no Lae'zel though. She's no Lae'zel.
She's fine. Just gotta give her extra attention is all.
Such a sell. It's like she's fine.
Listen, wait, look, is she hot? Yeah, right. She's cute.
Yeah.
She's cute, but you know she's
There's
still
better,
secret.
there's better. Hot take. Jahira's look better looking than her.
That's not a hot
I'll say
take. That's
that.
just facts. Why you acting like that's a hot take? That cougar could get
I know
it.
some people. That's fair. I wish you could too, but
I mean, Karlach, hell yeah. You know what though? Here's the thing.
Oh.
Karlach, I feel like Karlach is like the bestie. I don't want to bang
Drink-
Karlach.
Karlach is somebody I want to get into a fist fight with at a bar. Karlach is somebody I want to start a bar fight with, and then just go have a few more drinks afterwards. I don't want to have sex with Karlach. Honest truth.
Yeah. No, I wanna be bestie. I wanna go out drinking with Karlach. I wanna get in some shit with Karlach, but I don't wanna be with Karlach, you know?
Now, Lae'zel though. Yes.
Oh my goodness. King
Y'all
just wants
heard
someone
this
who can
before.
beat him up.
Yes.
My
Not even a
goodness.
question. Yes.
Damn,
No.
Buster said fuck Lae'zel.
Buster, shut your mouth.
Damn.
Yes, Buster, she is miserable because she has been brainwashed since birth that this is what you're supposed to do.
Mhm, mhm,
She has no choice in the matter.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
When she hatched out of that egg, how
I
many
mean-
years ago?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Since this is a hear me out, I will say technically, by using your same logic with Lae'zel, Shadowheart has also been brainwashed by Shar
She has, that's true. She
to
has, that's
believe
true.
certain things and to appreciate the pain and see that as a
Mhm.
sign from Shar and see that she is, you know, Shar's little princess or whatever the fuck she calls herself. You know, she's,
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Literally has her memory removed. Yay! You know, she gets,
She does.
you know, whatever. But is she cute? Yes. Is she bangable? Yeah.
She's cute.
Would I
100%
stick with
cute.
her forever? No.
No.
But, you know, I'll sleep with her. That's fine.
Shadowheart's like a, if neither of us is married by the time we're 50 kind of girl.
I mean, I would say 40.
Fair. That's fair.
Plus, she's gonna live a lot longer than I will anyway, so she'll get a chance
She is.
to get married
that's
again.
true. Sorry, Buster.
Listen, listen.
You're talking to a household where I like Lae'zel and Candy does not like Shadowhearts.
She's too mean to the owlbear at first, okay?
If I'm 50 and single, maybe. Wow. What?
He's just spitting facts. He's just spitting facts. But look, if I have to defend Shadowheart as a hear me out, which it's not even really a hear me out, she's cute. She's a half elf, so she'll be there for me through all
You
my
have
old age.
You have such an easy one for the next one.
I do. Have
It
an
is
easy one.
so comically easy.
It is so
Like,
much easier than this.
I'm upset that this one was only given to Candy.
On to the
And you know what
next
it is,
one.
friends?
Jessica Rabbit. Look
Even an
at
argument.
that girl.
It's not even an argument. Come on.
Look at
Hear
her.
me out. No. Exactly. Thank you, Yoshi. No need to say a damn thing. Who Framed Roger? Is that another movie that we need to do, Meeps?
I think so. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Look at Jessica Rabbit. She was just drawn that way. Look at how hot she is.
So, Meeps, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was one of the first movies that merged together live action with animation. And it very much, it's basically a murder whodunit movie in the Toon world.
Yep. It's very entertaining. We watched it 2 years ago.
Not long ago. Yeah, not long ago.
Yeah. So that is the wife of Roger Rabbit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, look at how she walks in those heels. Look at that dress, the way that it is just so form-fitting. Look at the booba. Look at the eye that she's given you. Look at that perfect
I saw the
eye line.
Jessica Rabbit and I was like, what the fuck? This isn't even an argument.
I almost feel like it's more of a test of do you even know who Jessica Rabbit is, but the fact that I could say the line, I was just drawn that way, you know that I've seen it.
No, that's true, yeah.
I watched it at school. It was that break though. We all just all drooled over Jessica Rabbit. Okay, real talk. Like, how many people had their sexual awakening to Jessica Rabbit?
Mine was Lola Bunny. Whatever,
Well,
close
that's because
enough.
we were a few years after.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But honestly, real talk, actually funny enough, nobody put Lola Bunny in here. Which is kind of sad, but it's okay.
But if you have not seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you should. I think it's isn't it also the only movie that Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny appear in together?
Yes. It's the only time that
WB
Warner
and
Bros.
Disney.
WB and Disney did a crossover of content to show that all of these cartoons do exist in the same universe at the end of the day, which I thought was amazing. Again, as somebody who loves animation, I'm like, this is somebody who loves old animation. To be
yeah.
like, yeah, this is amazing that they all exist in the same universe at the end of the day.
But yeah,
This is
Jessica
what I
Rabbit
screamed
needs
about.
no defense. Just all you
Yeah,
gotta do is look at
not
her
at
and be
all.
like, okay, next one. She hot.
Yep.
That's all there is to it. My
100%.
dad actually has like a whole figure of Jessica Rabbit.
Didn't he paint Jessica Rabbit too, or am I making that up?
No, he's never painted Jessica Rabbit. He just has the bust of her.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
He has painted Vampirella. the
That's what I'm
comics.
thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's Jessica Rabbit.
That's an easy one.
That's the easy one. The one that may not be so easy is this next one.
The Jolly Green Giant.
Jolly Green Giant. Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's jolly and he's green and he's giant. So I listen, he's packing. You know he is.
What if he's giant but he's got a micro penis?
You know what? Let people wonder that.
Because, like, you know, he's got everything covering, but I feel like the stuff that's covering is not actually that long. So, like, he doesn't
But I
show
mean,
up with a third leg.
Maybe he's a grower and not a shower. Thank you, me. Penis.
What if it's so big that can literally knock you out with the swing?
Exactly.
Then I can't even enjoy it, though.
What if it's like one of those swinging logs in so many of those platforming games?
Also, like, he's only feeding me peas.
I actually, that is the one thing I will say. Friends, I know I said it earlier on the stream that I will eat anything if it sits still too long. Peas are one of the ones that I do not love. I will eat them. I don't like them though. I'll eat them, but I'm like, they're not my jam.
They're not my jam either. You can't do anything fun with peas either. They just get mushy.
I mean, but I actually will say mushy peas are better than straight straight buttered peas.
Ew.
I like mushy, because you know, with mushy peas is that it comes with getting it at like a place that is doing like a fish fry, as or like a fish and chips, because normally they'll do mushy peas on the side as well.
I mean, I was trying to think of something.
Buster knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I was trying to think
Mushy
of something
peas,
sexy you
yeah.
could do with peas. You can't really do anything sexy with peas. What you can do? Be like, ooh, eat the peas off of me. Like, you've heard of the happy trail. He's my pea trail. Like, what is this? You can't make that sexy.
They're grim, Buster. No, you were supposed to defend me.
No.
I mean, listen, it could be the world's worst Benoit balls. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. That's the worst part.
I know. It's so bad.
I mean, and the thing is, in this picture, he doesn't even look built.
No, he's not. I think that was
You
the thing.
chose the worst picture.
I chose an old. Actually, no. I think this image was submitted for this one.
Oh my
Specifically.
goodness.
No, this was not a no. And I'm gonna say that this person is not here right
not
now.
here.
But I curse him from the skies above.
That's
Yeah,
anything-
this
anything
is
wrong.
like the OG, like old Jolly Green Giant logo. So.
Oh yeah, they did put a picture there. So
Yeah, no, they submitted a picture. I'm like, fine, I'll use this one. I don't love it, but I will use it.
all right. So if we have to defend this, even if
He's
Even if-
packing.
he's
He's
even
packing.
listen, even if he's got a micro penis, he's still big. So a micro penis to him is probably like a normal human-sized penis. So it still does the job.
Yeah, exactly.
He can help
I'm
you
looking
reach
for-
the things on the top shelf.
Exactly. He's gonna give you uppies.
He's gonna give you uppies.
Listen, he's gonna give you uppies. You know how much I talk about that in D&D.
He's
Thundrum
gonna
wants uppies.
manhandle.
Thundrum wants uppies.
Give me uppies, please.
Meeps, you have no idea how many times the whole party is big except for me.
Yep.
Uppies is used quite often when
Yes.
talking to me.
So let me just put you on my shoulders. Let's get the fuck
Yes,
outta
do
here.
you know how many times that Gothak has carried me because I'm small?
So small.
So small. I think 3'6", I think is my height. It's 3'6" or like 4'2", something along those lines.
He's small.
He's small. And everyone else is like 6 foot plus in our party.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's one I think we can get behind.
Yeah, this is not even a question. Mind Flayer from Baldur's Gate 3. 100% yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could punt him like a football.
People have thrown me. People have thrown me. That's not even lying. People
What
have
do you
tossed
mean,
me.
what, Buster? You want your brain eaten? Listen. If I gotta go out...
It's the danger of knowing it could happen, but it won't.
Yes, Raven, this was one of yours.
This is yours, Raven. This is yours.
This was one of yours, yes. Call him the Emperor. Come on. Well, look at him. That's a spoiler.
Yeah.
However, what them tentacles do.
What do them tentacles do? Why
Okay.
can't I stop this? All right, sorry, fine. The Emperor. I will
There-
change it up.
No, I'm not changing it.
I'm changing it up.
There's lots of tentacle porn out there, and there's a reason for it.
Yes, there is.
Okay? It's not just Cthulhu who's getting his tentacles all over the place. Alright, the Mind Flayer.
Alice, you good? I actually don't legitimately know what Ellis, like if that's Ellis or is that Ellis?
is that Hazel? Could be the cat in the
No,
keyboard.
Yoshi, this is not a Buster one,
This is
actually.
not a Buster one. So, I mean, look, tentacles, more tentacles is basically just like more reach around for your pleasure, right? Get tickled everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? Also, I mean, built body, you know, so it's fine.
Also, not for nothing, the Emperor does seem to legitimately give a shit about, like, even if you're like a much shorter-lived creature in terms of the span of time, they generally do seem like they give a shit at the end of the day about, like, I want to make sure that I am what you want me to be, and not like I'm gonna do whatever I want because I'm gonna live for not forever, but for a few hundred years at the end of the day.
Oh, so Edgar had opinions on the Mind Flayer. Got it. Thank you for clarifying, Ellis. I wasn't sure if that was Hazel.
Fair enough.
I mean, look, the pleasure doesn't have to stop when you're awake. The Mind
Yeah.
Flayer can also join you in your sleep. So if you're not
Mhm.
satisfied enough, or the body gives in but the mind is still going, he'll be there for you.
Exactly. They're gonna be there.
You'll
I
have the
actually
best
don't
of
remember.
dreams.
Do they have pronouns in the game?
I don't know.
I legit don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
I should have submitted to the Drow brother and sister.
Buster, I would argue that hands down, no issues. Fuck, I did it in our playthrough.
Yeah. Played for her pleasure.
Pleasure.
See? See? Ellis knows what's up. Ellis knows. Don't worry about the teeth and stuff, you know? And again, when you get to a certain, you know, age and you're ready to go, you'll just be like, okay, Mind Flayer. One last good bang, and then you can have my brain. Done.
Yes. Literally.
Go out with a bang. Literally.
Literally. Entering Valhalla. Climax. Dying in battle. I don't see the issue.
It's a win for everybody involved.
It's a win-win.
If you
Everything's
coming
coming up. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Gortash.
I mean, Gortash. I think the way Gortash is written is that Gortash is supposed to be sexy.
He is. He's 100% supposed to be sexy.
Yeah, it's just no. I don't want to go for a kiss and come away needing 25 stitches. I mean, so
thank you.
Who
Buster.
says? Okay, but Buster, who says you got a kiss?
You don't.
The tentacles do the work. The mouth doesn't even need to be that close to you.
Not even for nothing. It's the mind does the work.
The mind does do the work. It's the
That's
sensations that are sent to course through you.
It's the same thing that with Mizora. It's more of a mind experience than an actual physical body experience. But you're again, in the words of the Matrix, your mind makes it real. So, just like to die. Shut up, Ellen. I understood that reference and I hate it.
Yeah, now King's dropping the spoilers. How dare you?
What? I spoiled nothing.
The Mizora thing.
What? That you can romance pretty much everybody in that game. Come on.
Rude. You can't romance your co-op player.
I wish you could though.
Can't romance Shihiro.
I wish I could have romanced Jahira, honest truth.
Yeah. Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
You're right. Okay,
No.
so we all agree on the Mind Flayer, right? Of course we do.
Now, what do
I
we
mean, I don't think
possibly
we all do,
agree
but-
on is the next one. And I actually am curious, can anyone guess who submitted this take?
I am curious.
The Zelda film is fine if it's live action. Treat it like Lord of the Rings.
I already romanced him offline. We're good. No, Lon Lon doesn't really come around here. Not Raven.
No, not Raven.
Said
You said attitude, Hazelby.
Not Bulba.
Not Bulba, no.
Nope. Maybe they don't realize.
You're focusing too much on the first half. Think of the second half.
Maybe
No.
Maybe they don't realize who is a big Zelda fan. 'Cause actually, I don't think he's played it on stream
No,
much.
not even a big Zelda fan, but a big Lord of the Rings fan too.
Raven got it. Clamps submitted
Yep.
this.
This is a clamp submit. I agree. I do actually agree with this. It's the Zelda story can be done, but he's exactly right. You do need to give it the high fantasy feel. You have to. If you try to do it any other way, you're gonna fuck that thing
Yes.
7 ways to Sunday.
Even as someone who doesn't play the Zelda games, yes, treat
Also,
it like Lord of the Rings.
why did I pick a picture of Machine Gun Kelly next to Link?
I don't know. Did you think that he could play Link?
No, I don't know why I grabbed this picture. Because he
Hey.
didn't submit this.
Maybe you were like, yeah, he could play Link. He's not gonna talk anyway.
I thought it was already out. No. There has been talks about this for, I feel like, decades at this point, that they're gonna do a live action Zelda movie.
They are.
No, I know they are. It's the question is, what story are they going to tell?
Oh,
is
what
more
story?
the
Yeah, I don't
issue. Yeah.
I
Story
was
old as
confused,
time.
but pop off.
Yeah. Elpis, you're not wrong. you are not
Nope.
wrong.
Nope. Yeah, no, I mean,
I typed in Link funny, and that was probably the first thing that came up.
it'll be fine if it's live action. I think you have to tell a story that assumes that you don't know anything, because as long as Zelda and the series has been
Yeah.
around, there are still plenty of people who have not played it. I
Yeah.
mean, I think you should go in with the mindset that it is not going to be the most recent Mario game or Mario movie.
No.
You have to treat it more
No.
serious.
It has to be. It has to be serious because at the end of the day, most of the Zelda games have never been lighthearted. They have lighthearted moments, but they've never been a lighthearted series ever.
Mm-hmm.
When especially if honestly, for any of y'all who ever have read into some of the lore in like the Legend of Zelda series, some of the stuff in that series is dark.
But you know,
Like case in point, the Skull Kids, literally children that get lost in the forest, they turn into monsters because they never leave the forest. That's the tip of the iceberg on that front.
is he gonna be a big time thief though, Ellis? Because that's what I want to see. The one game that I played, everyone was like, keep trying to steal from the store. I'm like, why? Why am I trying to be a bad person?
When you were doing the chibi not A Link to the Past.
Isn't that what it's called?
Boobas.
No, it's not A Link to the Past.
Boobas.
No, because it wasn't A Link to the Past. It was because because you were in a dream sequence.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but I finished it.
Not Wind Waker.
It was re-released for the Switch.
It was the re-released chibi game for the Switch a few years back.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening, yes, Link's Awakening.
There we go. We got there eventually. It's the one
Yeah.
Zelda game that I finished, and guess what? I'm
Mhm.
still not a Zelda fan. Sorry,
That's
not sorry.
Nope. I literally do not fault Candy for not being a Zelda fan. I don't. I don't because you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
And also I know Candy enough to know that she does not. She wants to be fully immersed in the fantasy, and honestly, Zelda gets there, but it doesn't fully get there as far as the immersion in fantasy for her.
Nope.
I get that.
Thank you, Ellis. Ellis knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ellis knows what's up.
But I will say for the record, the best Zelda game is Majora's Mask. Come fight me. But that is a hot topic. If a lot of people have said that too.
But yes, I do think the Zelda film will be fine if it's live action.
Yeah.
You make it serious. Don't try to go funny with it. Give Link an
No.
actual personality, because if you're going to be following him as your protagonist, he can't sit there and just say,
No.
yeah,
Because the thing is too is that he has companions that help him along the way. They're not integral parts of the story and game though. They're just kind of set pieces that exist to progress the story.
Right.
But the actual story itself is not driven by Link for the most part.
Right, but you can't make him the main character of a story
No.
and have
no,
him
no,
say
no, no.
fucking jack all.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like, his little sound effects are not going to be enough. So I think that's going to be the tricky thing with it. Like, you have to actually give him personality and give him lines. And this is where it's going to be tricky for the writers, that
Yeah.
it has to...
Meeps, that's exactly it. This is going to be the tough part. Link
Mhm.
doesn't talk.
Link doesn't
That's gonna
talk
be
in
the
the
hardest
games.
part.
However, in the animated series, he did fucking talk, and he was a jerk.
But the
Right.
animated series was so bad.
I mean,
though.
it was so bad, right? But again, the thing is, people who have played the games know that Link doesn't talk, right? You hear,
Yeah.
yeah, right? That's all you hear when he's swinging his fucking sword, right? Well, guess what? That's not going to hold a movie. You're not making a silent
No.
movie in the 1920s, right? You're making a movie that's due to come out in 2027 with a main character that you have to give a personality to, or else nobody's going to fucking see it, because you can't treat it like, oh, I'm just adapting it word for word from a video game. No, if you want to make this successful, you have to treat it in a way where a broader audience is going to want to see it. So you're going to have to do the high fantasy thing. You're going to have to make your characters interesting. And I'm not saying likable, but you're going to have to make them
No.
interesting. You're going to have to be like, why the fuck is Link doing this, right? And again, for the majority of people and the majority of audiences, you're going to have to remind them that even though it is called The Legend of Zelda, Link is not fucking Zelda. Right? So you're gonna have to have moments where he actually introduces himself, because while we're all sitting here gamers and we know this and it's a meme and it's haha funny, right? The majority of moviegoers are not going to know that. And if you want to make a successful movie, you have to go in with the idea that, like, we have to treat this as if people don't know what it is, but not dumb it down so much that the fans are gonna hate it. And that's gonna be the tricky part.
That's fair.
But if it's done well, it will be good. Make Zelda the protagonist, I'd watch it.
I'd watch it. It'd be more interesting, honestly.
I mean, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so
All
too,
right.
but it's coming out in 2027. They're not going to want to see a female-led movie. Listen, I would love to see a good female-led
No,
movie,
no.
but fucking audiences suck.
They do. And you know what else sucks, Candy?
That I have to defend this next thing.
The dog from Duck Season.
I don't even know what this is.
It's a horror game. I'm gonna let you defend this. I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay. So, I'm gonna defend this. Dog from Duck Season. I have no idea what Dog from Duck Season is. However, it looks like it's an animatronic. Or, it's someone in a suit, right? So, it's like someone who went crazy at Disney in a suit and now is trying to kill me. You know, a little bit of fear is great in a relationship, right? Just ask King. That's why he's dated so many people that have held knives on him, much like this character, right? So, sorry, I couldn't help but throw that in, right? So underneath this, in my mind, there is a very handsome man who is just trying to play a little bit of cat and mouse to keep it interesting, right? That's not a real knife. That's a prop knife. We are just having a good time. We're playing, you know, our own hot version of Dead by Daylight. Every time that dog catches me, I just need to remove a piece of clothing. It's all fun and games. I'm not getting hooked anywhere, right? It's just a little bit of foreplay beforehand. Who doesn't love a little bit of fun foreplay as you go, right? And all that looks like it's blood on him, that's not blood. That's like strawberry syrup that has been poured on me in sexually foreplay times. So it's fine, right? It is totally fine. He's gonna catch me. He's gonna slice the next layer of clothing off, and then we're just gonna go on to the next thing. Everything is fine. You know, it's hot when you make it into a game.
I have no idea what she's been talking about for the past like 30 seconds.
What do you mean? I'm just saying, a little bit of cat and mouse is fine.
Pretty sure we watched Sea Dog VA do a playthrough of this game. This is the one where the dog is within the game you're playing, and he manifests into reality outside of your house.
Is that what's, I don't know. Candy, your brain concerns me. What do you mean? Look, the dog's behavior towards the player varies according to the player's decisions in the game, right? So if my decisions are to always flirt with,
Did you
dog,
actually look up the game plot?
I did a very quick Google search, and that's the first thing that came up when I typed in dog from Duck Season. It says the dog's behavior towards the player varies according to the player's decision. So, you know, there's a person under there, so that's fine. It was a good start. Listen,
There's a person there.
just because y'all don't like a little bit of fear in your foreplay doesn't mean that not everybody does. That's why people go to like BDSM places, and that's why you get a dommy mommy, and that's all the roleplay stuff. It is fine. Some people want to roleplay teacher and student. Some people want to roleplay killer and victim. It's fine.
Some people want to role play boss and employee. I
Yeah.
don't get it, but
Listen, I'm not saying I get it. I'm just saying that, you know, there's a staple for everyone out there. So, you know, it's all good. It's
I think
fine.
you
Don't worry
defended
about
the
what's going on
difficult-
in my brain. Don't worry about it.
all right. I think you did a good job with this. Now, what I have to defend next is concerning and
Yes.
weird and odd. Turniped from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, please defend. I'm gonna get my second cider. And that shows you that I'm not even drunk. I'm just talking nonsense.
Well, first and foremost, Turniped. He is a man constructed from wood.
Uh-huh.
Wood don't quit at the end of the day. So he's going to be able to provide and provide and provide. Turn up for what indeed, Yoshi. But he's going to be able to be there supporting you and supporting. And you know what the best part is? He's not going to bore you with pillow talk ever. Because he doesn't talk. Because he's got a mouth. He doesn't actually talk. That's the best part. And you know what the best part about this is? If you're hungry, just take a little nibble of his head. I like turnips, so I'm partial to this. I like turnips, so
Take a little
Yeah.
nibble from his head. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
his head's made of a turnip.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Technically, that would mean he's giving me head
Oh well.
because I'm eating his head.
Oh well.
Buster, bold of you to assume he's alive.
I was like, so this is cannibalism now.
Yes. Well, no, because he's not human.
Right. Well,
Turnip Head is memory serves me well, is specifically enchanted. He's not actually alive. He's just an enchanted magical object.
uh-huh.
It's Turnip. It's But listen, though, he's like, and also not for nothing, I'm gonna point this out too. Do you know how much Turnip Head chased after what's her name in Howl's Moving Castle? I do not remember her name for the record. But he kept following Howl's Moving Castle to support her, to give her a scarf, to make sure she was okay. That is the dedication I want from a fucking scarecrow that I might be possibly having relations with.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. He
That's
doesn't
all I
have
got.
hands.
He doesn't, that's true, but he's got a wooden stick.
Uh-huh. No gag
It's not-
reflexes.
Cause it's all Turnip.
Okay, wait, y'all were all getting all upset at my brain. You're talking about gag reflex out here.
I didn't say anything. That's Buster. That's chat.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying.
Chat.
Mhm,
I'm gonna start off meetings at my job now. Chat. What's going on?
What's going on, chat? What's happening? Well,
Good girl.
do you feel you've done a good job with this?
I don't know what else to do because there's not a whole lot else about this character, honestly.
Okay.
I honestly don't. I'm like, I got nothing else. But speaking of other things that have weird objects for heads, Candy. Jack Pumpkinhead from The Return to Oz.
At least he's got hands
He does have hands. I can't argue that point.
and a sense of style,
Yeah, I can respect that.
you know, so there's that. He'll make a great decoration on the front door when I'm done with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've actually seen Return to Oz.
I haven't. Is it a movie?
I have no idea.
Okay.
He's got impressive fingers. He do have impressive fingers.
He's like Salad Fingers from the old E-Bombs World video.
I'm a little concerned that, you know, he's not packing anything in the pants.
He really isn't.
You know, he doesn't have a nose. This is one of the good guys, so he'll save me from whatever's happening.
Ah. It is a movie. Okay.
Is he a good cuddler? Maybe he's a good cuddler.
He looks like he might be.
He does have
He
a
does
stem
have a
leg.
stem, though.
So he'll be a good cuddler. You know, maybe is he a talker? Like, can he tell me stories to put me to sleep? Because that would be helpful. He's got no padding for cuddles. Well, we'll just put him in like a big puffy coat. It's fine. It's fine. What?
Nothing.
Thought I said we put him in a big puffy coat?
Yeah. Put him in a big puppy coat.
Well, if he's got no padding, you know, you're supposed to be defending this one too.
No, I think this is just you.
No, it says both.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Oh, well, shit. He's got an empty brain. Whatever you're gonna ask him to do, he's gonna do. I refuse to accept that there's a brain going on in there right now.
So what if I could
guess
put
you-
a different brain in there to make him whoever I want him to be?
You could.
Ooh.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could stuff him with. Honestly, it's not even stuffing him with more padding. You could just switch out the shirt and put more pillows in there. Because there is structure in there, but there's got to be like like some hay I can put in there.
I feel like I need to see this movie to understand this character more.
I do too. Return to Oz. I'm literally writing a list of movies we need to show in the Discord. So far, it's Rocky Horror Picture Show, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Return to Oz.
Nice. Thought you were gonna say you could just stuff him. I mean, King could stuff him. I don't have the parts to stuff him, but King could.
Porque no los dos. This is the scary quote Oz movie. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know it at all.
No, I don't either. I legitimately have never even heard. I had never even heard of it until this got submitted for this. I'm like, I didn't know there was a kind of spooky movie about Oz.
I mean, you know what? And here's the thing. Jack Skellington is already taken by Sally, so I will settle for Jack Pumpkinhead.
It's Jack's brother that's ugly as sin, so they put a pumpkin on his head.
Hey, that's cruel. If he's the good guy, you know, maybe he's been very nice.
But maybe he's ugly, and they just gotta put a pumpkin on his head.
Is it all about looks, King?
No.
So why are you so concerned with him being ugly?
Maybe he feels that he's ugly,
So
and
then
it's a
maybe,
self-image thing.
so then maybe we just gotta show him some love and show him that looks aren't everything, and then show him that really what matters is the person deep inside and the soul, and then maybe he'll take the pumpkin head off, and then he could be really hot underneath it. You don't know.
I can respect that.
Dorothy gets electroshock therapy in an insane asylum in the intro. God damn. But if you can't make your own store-bought, it's fine.
ECT is still used to a certain extent. It's just not used the way it used to be used.
Electroshock therapy for your pleasure. Thank you to Daddy
Mhm.
Palpatine. Just gotta bring it back.
Now, for your pleasure, Candy.
Why
Tai
is-
Lung from Kung Fu. Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda.
I've only
This
seen
is
Kung Fu
you.
Panda once. I know.
I've never seen it, so I have no idea.
I've only seen it once. It's been a long, long time.
I'm gonna call it the person. I'm gonna call it the person Addie. I'm gonna blame Addie for this one.
Oh, Addie's the one who put it in?
Addie submitted this one.
Oh, I didn't realize. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize that
Addie
was
submitted
him.
this one. He's the main bad
Um,
guy. I think I did know.
He's the main bad guy. Well, you know, we do love a little bit of bad guys in here. You know, again, living on the edge, friends, living on the edge. But you know,
Living on the edge.
at the end of the day, it's really just a kitty that I can cuddle with. Listen, I love cats. I love kitties. Sure, he's got some claws, and sure, he's got some sharp teeth. But you know, a little bit of scritching behind the ears, a little bit of scritching by the booty where they can't reach on their own. You can domesticate him. You know, by the end of the day, he gonna be calling me mommy. It's fine. It's fine.
Just fuck.
What? I'm gonna show him who's
Nothing.
boss. He thinks
Fair enough.
he's the big bad one out there, but I got you. Don't you
I can't-
worry.
What's funny is that all the stuff Candy said about looking on his inside, Tai Lung basically mocks Poe for being a fat, useless panda.
Oh,
I mean, maybe Tai Lung needs somebody to put him in his place.
I'm gonna do it.
Maybe he needs the Dami mommy that is Candy.
That's what I'm saying. Don't worry, I'm gonna set him straight. He can go out and do whatever he wants to, Kung Fu Panda, Poe, whatever, afterwards. All right, but let me tell you, in this house, I'm gonna run this shit. You gonna fall in line, or you gonna get the fuck out. And don't worry, I'm gonna make Tai Lung fall in line. That tail's gonna wrap around me at night, and I'm gonna have him wrapped around my finger.
You heard it first, friends.
Yeah.
Now, I think you did a good job defending Tai Lung.
Well, like I said, a
Now.
little power, a little, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
That's fair. You
I'll
turn me
turn
into
him
another Leo.
Exactly. I will turn him into another Leo. Leo knows what's up. Who do you think Leo comes to for cuddles?
Candy. He occasionally comes to me. It normally is not me.
Can we unhear
I am,
it though? No,
I am
Ellis.
provider and one that brings him to the vet. So now, I think this is the moment that some people have been waiting for.
Yeah.
Specifically, one person,
One person, literally.
Candy.
Uh-huh.
Is Yoshi a true dragon?
This pains me. I mean, but look at this picture. Right?
I love Meeps' reaction.
Look at this picture. Okay? Fucking Dino Diddler, Jesus Christ. Listen, Yoshi.
She
No.
has to defend it. She has to defend
I
it.
have to defend it, but I had to make sure that there was a picture in here so that people had reference, okay? So people had reference. So let me tell you, okay? Yoshi is in fact a true dragon. Yoshi is a true dragon in the way that Mushu in the animated Mulan is a true dragon. It's cute, you know, there for you, actually like walking you through things as needed, but at the core, still a dragon. A true dragon. You know, Mushu is a true dragon in all the Chinese mythology, and that is really what Yoshi is like too. Do horns make a dragon? No. Do a tail and some scales make a dragon? No. What makes a dragon is really the inner soul. And based on the inner soul and the strength that comes in from someone, yes, Yoshi is in fact a true dragon.
Actually, I got one. I can do you one better. I can do you one better. Hold on. That is the wrong window.
If I ever get in legal trouble, you're being my lawyer. I spent a lot of time around law firms. So it's
Hold
fine.
on. I can do you one better. I can do you one better. I can do you one better.
Doesn't a dragon typically hoard gold and set fire? Those are evil dragons. Those are bad dragons, okay? But sometimes you find a dragon that's like a gold dragon in D&D, and those are the good dragons. And those are not just setting fire to shit. Those are not just hoarding gold, right? Yoshi is not hoarding gold.
Not all dragons are evil. There is a whole wide swath of alignments of dragons when it comes to the world of dragons.
Just because you want to, you go against your base desires, and you are making sure that you are a good dragon.
Yoshi, I want to hoard gold. It's just there's none in Scotland.
That's true. There's none in Scotland. All the dragons are in Wales. That's why they're on the flag there.
Because Buster's not wrong.
I did listen. No, Yoshi. What I was to defend was that you were a true dragon. Okay, I defended that you are a true dragon because you have the soul of a dragon, and that is what is the most important. Okay, do not have to defend anything else that is being said in chat. Just the true dragon point, and I have defended that.
I don't have a soul. Yoshi, you have a soul. Come on.
You don't. No. See, you don't have a human soul because you're a ginger. That doesn't mean you don't have a dragon soul.
That's the first thing. I don't have a soul. I'm a ginger. Not that I'm a dragon. It's like I'm a ginger.
Yeah, so you have a dragon soul, not a human soul. It's fine.
Exactly. That's even better.
See?
You don't want no human soul. You want a dragon soul.
It's fine. There's no dragons in Wales because St. George slayed them all.
That is a weird deep. That is a weird deep cut to like UK lore. I'm burning down Dragon G's nuts.
Listen, I think I did a good job at defending this.
I think you did a great job.
What do y'all think? I mean, Buster said that I would be his lawyer.
Yeah.
So, you know, getting down to the facts of it all.
I don't know if Yoshi has a command. It's in your channel, I think,
It's
because
in
he doesn't
my
have a
channel,
command in
yeah.
my channel. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think he has one in mine.
No, that doesn't need
Sneeze.
changing. For this stream, I've done the job of defending it this stream. Nobody said it was for everything.
That's right. Did you call him a dinosaur in your command?
No, I said he's a bird. Because
Okay,
dinos
better.
are extinct. Dinosaurs are extinct.
This is me.
Listen, I will change it to a chicken. Chickens are direct descendants of dinosaurs. Don't make me change it to a chicken. And I am not calling you the bird. The bot is calling you a bird. I am not the bot. I am Candy.
I've heard
Bot
the
bomb
bird's the
is its
word.
own thing.
I'm not responsible for bot.
I'm not
bomb
responsible for bot bomb. This is true. Bot bomb has a mind of its own. It's like how GLaDOS has separated themselves. Bot bomb has a mind of its own. There's GLaDOS and there's Wheatley. There's Candy and there's Bot bomb.
I'll call Yoshi a chicken. Got chicken legs.
Meeps is ready. Meeps is like, I'm in. It's fine. It's fine. But look, Yoshi has the soul of a dragon.
Well, we defended Yoshi being a dragon. Now, Candy, can you also defend and hear me out for White Canary?
I don't have to defend this. She'll kick your ass. She's hot. She's not as whiny as her sister. She's still alive, even though at one point she was dead. Then she came back from the dead. You know, and it's a little messy. But she's built. She's got a good heart. She'll fuck shit up. It's good. Lars! Hi, Lars. How you doing, Lars? Welcome to the stream. 7 Days to Die. let's go. This is from the Arrowverse. Yeah, this is from the Arrowverse.
Yeah, this was Legends of Tomorrow, wasn't it?
Well, she started on Arrow, and then she became one of the main
I know
people
she
on Legends
started
of
on
Tomorrow,
Arrow,
yeah.
but then Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah.
I mean, I think she technically became White Canary on Arrow first, and then carried over. Excuse
I think
me,
you're
just
right. I think you're
passing
right.
through to the
Actually,
bathroom.
yeah.
Lars, enjoy your trip to the bathroom. King is here.
Enjoy the potty.
King
I
is doing
am.
things.
Hi, Lars.
King is looking for a man who makes 6 figures. Can you satisfy that?
Can you satisfy me, Lars? Can you satisfy me?
Satisfy me. Satisfy me. But yeah, no, I mean, White Canary, Sarah, she's hot. She's fine. She does her thing. Like I said, she'll kick your ass. She'll defend you. She will take care of you. I
Realize I
realized
made 6 figures in Zimbabwean dollars.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't Zimbabwe one of the first countries that experienced hyperinflation to the point where they had bills that were saying like 10 million or something like that on their
Too much.
currency?
Too much. Also, Raiders, sorry, I should have said this. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. I'm Candy. I'm joined by my husband, King, who, if
Hi.
you're watching on my stream, is down below. We're doing some hear me outs, some hot takes. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy.
We are doing the hottest of takes.
But yeah, I feel like this isn't even a hot take. I know who put this one in. I think they just didn't like her character. But it's not really a hot take.
I haven't seen them in a while because I'm like, I know who it is. I'm like, I haven't seen them in a while.
I haven't seen them in a little bit
Actually,
either.
yeah.
But hopefully they
All
are
right.
doing well.
I hope they're doing well too.
Wait, Lars.
Next.
So as I said, King is looking for someone who makes look specifically for a man who makes 6 figures, as listed on the stream. So if that's how you want to get King, I guess you got to start giving him 6 figures worth of money.
Lars, can you be my sugar daddy? Missed all
Germany,
this
a bit of
because I was
hyper-
busy, but apparently Zimbabwe dollars no longer is because it's Zig. It's Zimbabwe gold. Lars?
The English never do anything wrong. No, of course not.
No, of course not.
Never. I bet it's not gold.
That
Maybe it's
sounds like
gold-plated.
work, Lars. Honey, that's not how you get. That's not how you.
Being
Lars,
King?
I don't cook, I don't clean. I'm gonna tell you how I got this ring. That's how you're supposed to be treating me.
I don't cook. I don't clean.
I don't
I'm
clean,
gonna tell
but
you how I
I'm
got this
telling you
ring.
I got this ring.
We gave all these countries Independence Day, so it wouldn't have happened without us. But could you take us back?
Christ.
Please take us back,
Yeah, seriously.
please. Can you at least take New York back?
I'm cool with a king if it means I'm not in the shit show that is the United States right now.
I'm cool. Please take me back. I mean, listen, I've seen Hamilton enough to know that he said you'll be back. Now sounds like a
I
good
would
time.
love to be back. You guys are going through issues. Maybe I'll come back. No.
No, but you just you come back and just take us back and make us, follow your lead.
Buster's like the one seeing Buster's seeing like the crazy accent. Like, maybe if you get your stuff sorted, we can maybe talk about us again.
I like the I saw somewhere online. I mean, I saw this a while ago. But I saw somewhere online that was really funny where it was like, well, Prince Harry has now had 2 kids in the U.S., right? Born in the U.S., so they are
Which
U.S. citizens.
technically can get deported if based on the
Well,
current regulations.
That's why I said I saw this a while ago. But they were
Yeah.
like, technically, it would be really funny if one day they grew up to run for president, and it would be like the longest long con that like the royal family has ever.
Please do it for the love of fuck. It can't be worse than what's going on right now, right?
I mean,
It
I don't
can't
know.
get worse, right? It can't
Every
get
time
worse.
we think it can't get, it won't be in our lifetime. No, it wouldn't be in our
Yeah,
lifetime.
I know. Nope,
Well,
not at
I'd
all.
be very old
I would be very old too.
because I would be easily in my 70s.
Candy, would you like to explain to the Raiders what we're doing right now?
Sure, I can explain to the Raiders what we're doing right now. We are doing a Hear Me Out. So we had chat send us lots of what they felt were hot takes. And we have to defend them. So none of these hot takes are actually anything that we stated or decided. We literally had chat send us whatever they thought. So far we've talked about the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast. We have talked about the fish, one of the fish from Finding Nemo, Gil. We have talked about Yoshi being a true dragon, because he has a dragon soul. We've talked about some of them have been hot takes. Some of them have just been
Steve from Blue's
casual
Clues.
takes. Steve
Talked
from
about
Blue's
Steve from
Clues.
Blue's. Yeah.
But I think a hot take that maybe is not quite such a hot take is this next one, which is Ryuk.
I found the best picture possible for this one.
Yep.
Who's defending this? Is it both of us or just me?
I think it's just me. Actually.
Yeah, it's just you. Have fun.
Yeah. So,
This is technically just a candy.
This is so Meeps. So Ryuk is a character from Death Note, which is an anime.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the original so for those of you who don't know, Ryuk is a Shinigami, which is a death god. You get to see Ryuk when you are in possession of the Death Note, when you are the Death Note's owner. The way the Death Note works is if you write someone's name in it, and you have an image of this person, right? So you have to know who they are. You can't just write, you can't just write John Doe and a random John Doe dice.
Yeah, you need to be able to visualize the name of the person as you write it in the book. So if I said, for example, Ezra Miller.
Damn.
What? I didn't want to do anything
No,
controversial.
I know. I mean, it's so controversial. Go off.
Yeah. And if you write Ezra Miller's name, visualizing Ezra Miller in your mind, if you write Ezra Miller's name in the Death Note, Ezra Miller will die within, I think it's 60 seconds, I believe.
You can also add
You can
more
also
details.
you can also stipulate if you just write the name, I believe it's 60 seconds and they suffer a cardiac arrest. You can, however, outline specific parameters in which they do pass away. Meeps, I actually will say it is probably one of the better anime of the past few decades as far as a story that they tell.
Yeah, it's
Do you
40
think the
seconds.
Death Note is do you think the Death Note is trans friendly? I don't know.
God, I'd have to go back and watch it.
I can't remember either. I know they're actually, it's, for those who've watched anime, you know how there's always those little cuts that they do in between where there's clearly a commercial break? With Death Note as the series, there was always the rules of using the Death Note in each of those transitions, and it very much gave the specific if you do X then Y, and it also gave time parameters as well.
Yeah, you had 6 minutes to write the cause of death if you wanted to change the cause of death.
That is very much the ring, Ellis.
That is the ring. I'm still thinking about, is it trans friendly? I'm trying to remember the god that was with Misa.
In the sense of if you were to write someone's dead name in there, is that what you mean?
Oh, more that way?
Yeah, that's what I was
Ooh,
thinking.
That's a good question.
In the sense of I want this person, but you're dead naming them. Does that actually work? Because that is not who they that is not them anymore, technically, at the end of the day.
Huh.
I don't think it would either. Albus.
I mean, okay, here's the only thing. It is a Japanese property.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate reality of it.
And especially for the time that these rules were written.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get a 404 error.
Yeah. So it's I don't know how that would work.
Because L used a different name and it never worked. But eventually, Light did find out L's true name and was able. No, it wasn't L, wasn't it? I'm not gonna go into this because this is technically spoilers. Is it really spoilers for a 20-year-old anime at this point?
I mean, not really.
Technically, I believe it was. I think Light manipulated Mikasa to get the name of L.
Yes, there was a lot of manipulation that happened in that series.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with the 2025 lens, I would say that if you try to use a dead name, it wouldn't work.
I would say so too, because it's not their true name.
With the Japanese lens for when the series came out,
100%. It would be a government issued name.
yes. And especially thinking about how sort of lawful and how
Yeah.
like all of that. And I don't know enough about the creator of Death Note to know where they fall one way or the other.
No, I don't either.
Or if they've
We're gonna get
written
Chib-
anything
We gotta get Chibi Chu to read that manga.
at some point.
She's old.
Some
She's
point.
old enough now.
But yeah, that's a really interesting question. I think now, if it was written, yes. I think if you
But what if you
legally changed your name, it would be whatever your legal
Yes.
name changes.
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
Because that would also be what you are, like, what you identify as, what other people identify you as, like, what the larger society, government, whatever, identifies you as. On your death certificate, it would be your legally changed name.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. It's like what name. I almost feel like it might tie with what name would go on your death certificate.
You know what the worst part is? Not the worst part, but the best part. There's probably stuff that may have been written about this in those transitional sequences in the anime. As far
Sushi,
because
have
I
a
mean,
great sleep.
Night Swoo.
Yeah, there's probably rules somewhere. I haven't. God knows it's been so long. I haven't looked them up.
Thank you, Swoo.
Thinking about Meg from Family Guy. Her real name is Megatron. And imagine writing that in the book. That'd be hysterical. That'd be hysterical.
You're welcome, Swoo. Have a good night.
But yeah, as far as could Ryuk get it? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, also going back to the whole, it's in a version of it is played by Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
And we
don't
know-
ever watch the next Netflix version of Death Note ever.
No.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It spits in the face of everything of that franchise.
Okay, this is a hot take about Death Note, not related to Ryuk.
Mm-hmm.
As a whole,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that the Japanese movies that came out are probably the best thing to come out of Death Note.
I would say that. I would agree with that.
And my reasoning is because they stop
What about
At
the
a
Death
certain
Note
point.
musical with light played by Jeremy Jordan?
I mean, I've never seen it, but Jeremy Jordan is delightful in everything. But yeah, for people who have read or watched all of Death Note, you know that there's a very big turning point where the main players change, or one of the main players change.
Yes, and it's the anime goes rapidly downhill.
I think at that point it goes
Okay.
downhill, which is
100%
why
it does. Yeah.
I really appreciate the Japanese live action movies, because we don't get that downhill turn.
And fun fact, I believe the one that played Light in the movies, those Japanese movies, I believe was the same lead from the Battle Royale movies too. I'm pretty sure. He's Light or he's L, and I
Or he's
cannot
L,
remember
he's
which
one
one
of
he
the two.
played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've never seen the Japanese Death Note movies, I think they're actually very, very well done. I have not seen the third one.
Like what L saves,
L Saves the World. Yeah, only because it's
Yeah.
harder to find, or it was harder to find
Yeah.
for a while.
we can go to Book Off and probably find it.
Whether or not it has translations, that was always the
Fair.
hard thing.
Yeah.
That like I could find DVDs of it, but it didn't have subtitles or it didn't have anything like that.
Yeah.
Watch Party when? I mean, literally, if I could find the Japanese ones like on something, like I would rewatch them. I thought they were very, very well done.
I would 100% rewatch the movies as well.
The first one does a very good job of telling the story as is from the manga up until a certain point. And then the second one is where it changes, again, because it's not telling the full manga story.
It also cuts out a lot of the fluff, too, because there's a lot of there's a lot of fluff in Death Note.
Yes. But no, I mean, I think those are... Again, I enjoyed the manga, I enjoyed the anime, but in terms of, like, storytelling and, you know, all of that, I really thought the movie probably took the concepts and a lot of that stuff early on and did it the best. And I know that's a hot take, and people who are like manga or anime purists are going to be like, "You're fucking disgusting. Don't ever talk anime again." But I think those are like the best.
The names you will see with the Shinigami eyes are the names needed to kill that person. You'll be able to see the name even if it isn't officially registered name. So it is the true name in which they identify with. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
It's good to know then, actually, because I actually could not remember for the life of me.
God, when's the last time I watched Death Note? 10 years ago?
When you and I started dating, because I think we rewatched it.
So yeah.
So
More than 10 years ago.
More than 10 years ago.
So it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
Okay, but again, to actually defend Ryuk. Ryuk inherently is also not evil, even though
No.
Ryuk is a
He's a
death god.
He is 100%. He is neutral.
Ryuk is 100% neutral, unlike Rem. I think that was the name.
Because Rem fell in love with a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% neutral. Will let you make your own decisions. Will give you the answers to things that you need to know. But also will be there by your side when it is appropriate. But also give you the space.
And also when you fuck up too, he'll be there.
He'll be there, good, bad, in between. Ryuk will be there, right? And all he asks for is some apples along the way.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like sharing some apples?
The death gods like apples.
He'll be there by your side up until the end.
Gets it.
Literally. Yeah. So Ryuk gets it. Ryuk 100% pass from me. Long slong or not is fine. Still getting it.
I should reread Death Note. We have it. I should reread it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on Ryuk.
All right. The
Now
next
we have
take
some
is
strange ones.
Some very strange ones coming up. Doors should be twice as heavy as they are now. I should have to form a raid party to open a door. It would make people appreciate doors more. I take a potato chip and eat it. It's the worst. It is the best and worst scene in anime of all time. Night Alice.
Night Alice.
So I understand where this user is coming from, and I'm going to argue this point. Yeah, tell me, have you ever opened a door to a place before, and you feel like I could probably punch through this door with no effort? Like a really light door, like it's almost particle board door. Doors need to secure you. Doors need to actually be a barrier to entry into the where you are. I'm for this. I feel like it should be like a... It goes also back to like Middle Ages. You had castles, fortresses, keeps. That door was protecting you from whatever manner of horror lay outside of where you lived. I'm for that.
That's true. We no longer have moats. We don't have drawbridges. So if this is supposed to be your first line of defense, I need it to be strong.
Real talk, actually, I'll give on this front. Our door is actually pretty strong in our apartment. I thought that before. I'm like, we have a pretty heavy-duty door in our apartments. Like, it would take some effort to get through our door.
You would need a raid party.
You would. Or an axe.
You would probably need a raid party because you'd probably get tired of hitting it with the axe so much. It would take quite a few to break. Yeah, no, I think if you want to appreciate a good, solid door, or if you want to appreciate a door, it needs to be good, it needs to be solid, it needs to be like something that is going to make you feel secure when you go to sleep at night, because there's nothing worse than sleeping at night being like, did I lock the door? Did I do this? Is it going to be easily opened? Is it this? Am I safe? Like, doors are meant to keep you safe. You need a solid door.
Friends, the number of times I or Candy have gotten up because we couldn't remember if we locked our own door, it's a lot.
I mean, you could break windows, but if you don't have windows that are, like, convenient, if you're on the second floor, right?
I actually will even say our place, it's a little bit hard.
It is, because we're, like, an elevated unit.
Yeah, like, we're technically on the first floor, but, like, it's a little bit raised off the ground, so it's a first floor, but it's not a first floor.
You would need to climb.
you would need to climb into our place to get into our
Mhm.
actual apartment. I think the only person that can attest to this fact is nobody here. Actually, nobody here right now. The only person that can attest to this is GK. Only one.
Yep. But yeah,
I mean,
no,
Nigel,
I'm with
thank you for the
this.
follow.
I'm with this.
I am too.
All right.
That's all I got on that one. That's all I got on that
No,
one.
that's fine. I think that's a pretty solid defense.
Yeah.
All right, next one is
This
you.
one's a new one. Candy loves Stardew Valley. She's just otherwise. She says otherwise, but she just confirms.
Let's see
that just
if I
confirms
approve your hear me out.
it. Okay. At the end of the day, I think Candy wants to feel included wherever she goes. And I think, not for nothing, a game like Stardew Valley is going to make you feel included in Pelican Town. That's the reality of it. We all look for acceptance in our life, and you left the big city to come to a more simple, not busy lifestyle. Don't shake your fucking head at me.
No.
I think what Candy wants is acceptance. And you know who's going to accept her? The people of Pelican Town. Through all of their faults, they're going to accept her. Krobus is going to accept her.
Who the fuck
She
is
doesn't even know
Krobus?
who fuck. She doesn't even know who the fuck Krobus is.
What the fuck is you?
Krobus lives in the sewers. But I think the reality is she just wants to feel included. And I do think that saying that she doesn't love it because this is where I grew up. I know towns like this, they're backwards as fuck. You still want that level of inclusion in a community. And that is my argument. And I know she's going to say I didn't sway her. I know this.
You're right. You didn't sway me.
I
don't-
know. I'm not going to fucking
Listen.
sway you.
I don't need acceptance. I set the fucking standard.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I set it. I set the standard. I don't need to be accepted by those backwards motherfuckers. That's right. I said it. I don't want to be accepted for these people in their backwards ass town. Not dealing with their shit.
Damn.
Just being like, yeah, we live in this place. We don't even have. They probably don't even have internet.
They do. They do.
What, in the community center?
No, Sebastian. Sebastian works from home. He does programming.
Is that why he's so miserable? Is that the miserable one? Is that the alcoholic?
No, that's Shane.
So many fucking S names.
Sebastian's the dude that has a motorcycle. He's always in his parents' house because he lives in the basement because he does programming for a job. Sebastian smokes a lot too.
Why does he sound like a fucking incel then?
He's not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He lives in his parents' basement. He does
No, but
computer stuff all day.
he says he wants to leave. He wants to go live in the city. He doesn't want to live there.
So then get the fuck out and go to the city. If you
He does host D&D, Dylan. You're right. I forgot about that.
this is not helping his case that he hosts D&D. Was that
No,
supposed to help his case?
I will say I don't like Sebastian because he's just a salty little bitch normally.
Well, that's not. Well, then he should be in fucking Williamsburg. Get the fuck out of your parents' basement. If
Actually,
you've been
real talk, he probably would fit in really well in Williamsburg, actually.
If you've been working for let's assume he's been working for a while or whatever, and you're living in your parents' basement, you should have enough money saved up. Get the fuck out. Get your life moving. Why you being a lump on a log?
Dylan, I have a question. Elliot, what is your qualm with Elliot? Because he's the only one I can think of that I don't have a qualm with. Is it because Elliot's a little too out there space cadet-y? I'm legitimately curious, honestly.
Also, I just want to say there are plenty of incels that do work from home work.
That's true. That's true.
So, he just.
Elliot is a waste of space. Oh,
Why is he a waste of
He's-
space? Who's this now?
he's a writer. I forgot to be friends with him, and he can't speak to him half the time. That's why. Okay, fair enough.
Wait, he's a writer or a writer?
He's a. Well, what do you mean? What does the writer with air quotes mean?
Like, I want to write, like a writer like me, where I'm like, yeah, I want to write, but then he actually does nothing, or is he like a writer where he actually gets stuff done and publishes and
No,
actually makes money,
he's actually a writer and like writes.
and he's published,
Um,
like he's
I
making
don't
money from
know.
this, or is this
Probably
just
not.
is this just a hobby
so-
that he's doing where he's like doing nothing with himself?
So Candy, remember when Ichi took you on the tour of Pelican Town?
Vaguely,
Do you remember going to the beach and there was a shack there?
vaguely.
He lives in that shack.
So he lives in a shack. So boy is broke, is what I'm hearing. So boy don't got no money, but he calls himself a writer because he's just too lazy to go get a real job so that he can then work on his books on the side and actually be productive in society. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Do you see what I live with, friends?
Mm-hmm.
He does. His book does come out, and he reads it to you if you have enough hearts. Yeah. So the whole thing is with him getting published is that it very much hinges on your social relationship with him of getting him to the point where he does make the push to actually get his shit published.
So again, he's a lump on a log who can't do anything himself. He needs someone to actually get him to a point where he does it for him. If you can't
Yes,
find the
Candy,
intrinsic motivation to do it, you don't deserve to do it.
He does actually spend a lot of time on the bridge, Buster. You're not wrong.
I never bothered to read what happens if you romance it. Alright, what other lump on a log do I need to talk shit about?
That's it.
Okay. I mean, we already know Abigail's the bitch who eats rocks.
I can't defend any of the other dudes, honestly.
I mean, the
And the
game
girls?
sucks. The game sucks. Let's call it what it is. If you bet, who's your bae?
Damn.
Who's your bae, Buster?
I actually am curious who Buster's Bay is. Now I'm curious.
Who's Penny? Tell me about Penny.
Oh, Penny's the quiet one whose mom's a fucking alcoholic.
And how old is she?
She's an adult.
Okay, so
She.
get out the house.
Thank you, Elvis.
Like Penny,
Yeah,
get out the house.
Penny is the de facto like teacher in the town for the two kids that live there.
For the two kids that live there. So all
Maru,
she can do is teach two
Mar-
kids.
Maru, I've never romanced enough to know her full story, honest truth. All I know is that her dad does not love you romancing her.
I mean, okay, that sounds like a typical dad. But let's go back to Penny, who thinks she's a teacher.
He flat out says, he's like, I don't want you to fuck up Maru's chances of going to college. He flat out says that to you.
Alright, fair. Maru, go to college, get the fuck out of this town, because all you're gonna do is be a sad sack if you stay in this town. Like, go see the rest of the world. Go live your best life, Maru. Get the fuck out of here. And Penny,
I mean,
if you're
Buster,
a teacher, go teach some other people, okay? You want to save your alcoholic mom? Here's the real hard truth, okay? You can't save people until they're ready to be saved. They won't take help until they're ready for help. So you are just sitting here wasting your life and finding excuses to fucking stay here, okay? Get out. Go live your life. When your mom is ready, you can go help her. But until then, go do your thing instead of just staying here. You can convince her mom to stop drinking? That's not real then. That's not real life. Sorry, not sorry. What? Listen, I'm calling it like it is, okay?
Do you enjoy the pin post?
Yeah, I saw it. It's true.
Guys, I don't think you understand. Candy detests this game. And
Yeah.
IRL, I do fucking get it. Again, I lived in the town that Candy spent a good chunk of her life, like a good chunk of her
Stardew Valley,
teenage
more like
life.
Saltdew Valley.
Yeah, it's honest truth, as progressive as they try to show some of these small towns to be, I can tell you they're not progressive at all. As somebody who lived in one with her for a few years, and as her who spent a good number of years in her teenage years growing up, they're not progressive. And they're going to be very vocal about not being progressive.
Mm-hmm. And God forbid you just try to like get in your car to go somewhere and some old guy rolls up and is like, oh, so are you a communist? Do you know that you live with a communist? Oh, your landlord's a communist, you're fine with that? It's like, bro, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of my driveway and get my day going on because you get out of my way.
I loved our landlord. I don't give
Our
a
landlord
shit. She's
was
a
great.
communist.
Because she's
Maria
not a
was-
communist.
I'll
That's just some
say her name,
bullshit.
Maria was fucking awesome. I loved her.
Yeah, because she actually believed in like human rights and equality and
Yeah.
treating people well, and like, oh, I don't know, actually going and teaching kids who needed help and everything,
Yeah.
and like spending time at places, unlike Penny, who's teaching 2 fucking kids. Go get a real job, Penny. Go teach somewhere that actually needs help. There's plenty of schools that need help from actual teachers, right? However, right, for the
Thank you,
record,
Dan.
hi Dan.
Thank you, Dan. You've met her. I know you think she's awesome.
Maria was amazing and was fantastic
Yeah.
and was super sweet, and the people in that town were so fucking backwards, and I can't play a game that just reminds me of this backwards fucking town where everybody has their issues but acts like everything's fine because everybody knows each other and the town takes care of itself. No, it doesn't. It don't take care of itself, okay? Fuck you. Fuck your backwards town. Get into 2025. Get some fucking mail delivery, okay?
There was nothing more unsettling than seeing the when we lived in our old town, when I was able to have a community garden plot. I was like doing my veggie gardening, and I look up and I see some dude blasting down the road in a pickup truck with 2 Trump flags. I'm like, oh, I forget where I live sometimes.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Like, here I am listening to my last podcast, or like, thinking about how awesome life is, and then I'm greeted to that.
Yep. And that's why that guy had no qualms about just blocking our driveway and trying to talk shit. Like, bro, I
Dylan,
have better things to do.
Dylan, do the Animal Crossing villagers contribute anything? I will contest that point. My villagers don't do shit.
Guess you got the
In
wrong
Animal
villagers.
Apparently.
But yeah, Stardew's
I think
triggering.
I think we've ranted about Stardew enough, but Candy, how should we argue about lions being a perfectly viable emotional support animal?
They're just big kitties.
They really are just big kitties. I can't even be mad about this. They're just big cats.
Look at
Come
them.
on.
They're just big kitties, okay? Like, you see, look at that face. Look at that precious little face. Okay, you tell me that if you give it good scritches behind the ear, it's not just gonna roll over and show you its belly and curl up with you. It's gonna put that big paw around you, right? We've seen videos where people are taking care of lions and get with them.
Cheetahs meow. Cheetahs will meow at you.
We're talking about lions right now. Thank you very much.
I don't care. all big cat lives. Hashtag. There's always lioning.
Zookeepers. That's what I mean, right, Buster? Like, they're just really big cats. Do
Mhm.
you have to get that bond with them early on? Yes. Right? But once you
Yes.
have that bond with them where they become your emotional support animal,
Thank you, Buster.
they are all cats matter. Big facts. Like
All
this cat
cats-
who's laying on the floor next to me right now.
Was he was in the bedroom. I didn't realize he got up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, all cats matter, right? That's that's the important part. They just
Mhm.
cats be chillin', right? And a good cat will just love you and take care of you and give you so many purrs,
Mhm.
So it's fine.
100%. Again, why not friend if friend shaped? That is always the argument I will come back to. Why not friend if friend shaped? It's the same reason I literally did a tier list on how lovable bears were. And yes, I mean the actual bears that will normally rip you apart, not the cuddly dudes down in the village. They're awesome too. But it's...
Yeah. See, look, lion is just big kitty, and then there's
Mhm.
little kitty over here.
Yeah. I stand by this. I don't even need to argue this point.
Soup has had too many drinks. Let's go.
For not even an hour. Fuck. I'm going down to the fire pit for sparklers. I've had too many drinks.
Maybe Soup was drinking beforehand.
Maybe that's fair. I swear.
Look at little Leo.
Candy.
Okay, but look at little Leo.
Oh, do you have him up in your stream? He's precious. Sim embracing her Polish side. She's just doing shots of vodka, right? I mean, honest truth, that's the only thing I know about, like,
See? 2 drinks beforehand.
and bad vodka. Yeah.
Alright, what's the... I know you were trying to transition to the next one. What's the next one?
No, it's
Oh.
this is a me.
This is a you.
This is a me.
Okay.
Moira Brown, and I know this was added like today.
This was not added today. I literally told you when this was added.
It wasn't added today.
It was added in April.
It was added in April. It's July. Moira Brown is the experimental partner that I need sometimes. Elpis, don't you know me? No. She's gonna lovingly tell me I know it's an Elpis original. I know. I'm well aware you submitted it, Boo Boo. Pickle juice vodka.
I don't
Soup,
like pickle juice.
soup, I'd fuck with that. I don't like vodka, and I'd fuck with that. Moira Brown, yes. She's experimental. She wants to support you, and she's so positive. There's no one positive in the wasteland except Moira Brown.
Oh, Dylan's got vodka too. Let's go. It's a party.
I can't do vodka. I can't.
Damn.
Sorry. I've had 3 beers. I'm pretty full. But yeah, Moira Brown is not. That's not even a question. Yes.
And you know, the thing is, she's a redhead, and we know how you feel about redheads.
Yes, we do.
And if you
I
don't
do
know
have
how,
it.
I was gonna say, if
I
you
have a
don't know, tell them.
Yes. I forget the actress's name all the time.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore. Yes. But not Julianne Moore in 30 Rock. I can't do the Boston accent. It's not sexy to me. The Boston accent makes me physically recoil.
Nasrodaya?
Nadraya. Anna Hendricks. Thank you, Dan. Technically not wrong.
I mean, not wrong.
Yes. Making a mixed drink with vodka, mango juice. That sounds good, actually. I do like mango. More love and her attention. Nazria. But yeah, I can't. Yeah, Moira's great. Moira's great. She's gonna, and the best part is she's gonna support you in the wasteland. I want to experiment on you, but I'm gonna love you afterwards. She's also sickeningly positive. I know I said that earlier, but she's sickeningly positive, and I'm for that because Lord knows nobody else is in the capital region. Nobody is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough about Moira, so I'll take your word for it.
No, that's fair. I'm going to
to-
experiment on you and love you afterwards. Pretty sure that's how people get locked. No. Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Self-care
It's
is best care.
fine.
Thank you. Thank you for self-care is
Now.
best care.
You know what is not best care, but Candy. Candy.
Mhm.
The love of my life. The woman who I'm going to spend the rest of my mortal days with. And if immortality exists, or something afterwards exists, or reincarnation exists, then bet I'll find you in the next life. But, Candy, why don't you like cooking?
This isn't about why I don't like cooking. This is about cooking streams.
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'm listening.
Leo's gonna end up when we turn his camera off. Watch. Candy doesn't do cooking streams like King because she can't cook. Well, why? I'm just gonna say, why do I have to cook? Why do I have to cook? It is 2025, and I understand that our country has taken some backward steps, okay? However, I can still do my part in fighting against the gender norms that have been placed against women for so many years, in which the woman is the one who does the cooking and the cleaning and everything else in a household, okay? So why would I want to do cooking streams and continue to push the narrative of the women in the household cook, okay? I don't want to push that narrative. So instead, I don't cook. And we won't cook, right? Because it is 2025. We are a strong, mostly independent woman, and I'm saying mostly independent because we are still married to King, and King is great, okay? Right? So, it's not that I can't cook, and maybe I can't cook. I can't cook for taste. I cook for sustenance, right? I cook when I just need to, feed this mortal body so that I can continue going. Can I cook for for flavor and taste? No, but that's okay because I have a smartphone and I pay my cell phone bill every month and I have monies and things so that I can just order Uber Eats and Grubhub, okay? So no cooking streams because I can't cook like King. I'm gonna cook just because I need to, not for all this frou-frou taste and fun and enjoyment. So yeah, no cooking streams.
You know how hard it was for me to not laugh about how it initially launched into in the year 2025. I'm fighting gender norms. You know how hard it was to not laugh when I was getting into the drinking page. Like, I even thought, this is not the direction I was expecting this to go.
Like, I keep you on your toes.
I'm cool with it.
Gotta keep you on your toes. What fun is it if I just go with the direction that everyone assumes it to go? Gotta have fun with it. This is me.
None, and that's why I love you, because I'm like, I'm not expecting this, but I'm for it. It's
Being
good
food is
shit.
more of a people-pleasing measure. I tend to bake more elaborate things for others than myself. I'm satisfied with salad and chicken tendies. I mean, listen.
no, that's actually Dylan. I will actually. There is a running joke in our local friends. If Candy is not in town, I go into like subsistence level like eating, where I'm
This is
like.
true.
It's literally the best the best member in our server, Brown Sugar Bear. Not even Brown Sugar Bear, but I was board gaming with Brown Sugar Bear and one of our friends who lives in California now, and she texts Candy like, your husband's pathetic. And I think she literally said he's done nothing today and the only food he's eaten is like a few pieces of like pumpernickel bread and pickle.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, that's how I function when no one's around.
Yep.
It's
yep.
like, I don't need to cook for anybody, so I'll just eat the bare minimum and move on with my life.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Good times, right? Good times?
I cook because I want to treat my wife well, or because I
it's
want something
appreciated.
that's not just pickles.
Yeah.
'Cause don't get me wrong. There's definitely days where I'm like, I'm not really that hungry. What are you having for dinner? I'm just having a bowl of kimchi. It's not healthy.
He's not.
Pickles are good. King, would you rather eat the ingredients? Yeah,
That
that's
is
actually
how
accurate.
King survives. Yes.
I could make a sandwich, or I could just eat the ingredients of a sandwich. Dylan and I have a giant ass jug of kimchi in the house right now, and I believe that I lovingly opened it the first time I got it and shoved it under Candy's nose to be like, just take a smell of that.
Yeah.
It was offensively
I mean,
pungent.
Look, I'm gonna go with soup though. Potato is life, and potato you can do a lot of different things with if you choose to cook and do all those things, right? So again,
Yeah.
if we are talking can't cook like a cook, like a chef, like somebody who is doing it for flavor, you're right. I cannot cook that way. But would I survive if I had to cook for myself and make a meal? Sure. Is it gonna be tasty? Probably not. But will it feed me and keep me alive? Yes. Yes, it will.
Yeah. Pasta and Guinness, carbs and carbs. Listen, Elpis, I've done meals like that.
That's true. Listen, I will live. It just won't, always taste amazing, and that's fine.
Soup. I will not digress to my first slide where I said cheese is life.
Cheese is love. Cheese is life.
Yeah. I wish I had people around me to cook bake for. Like, I want to get a pasta roller. I don't want to get a pasta roller. More like I don't have the counter space for a pasta roller.
No, that's fair. Yeah, we don't have that
Nah,
space.
No, we don't.
I mean, hey, maybe
I
one
think you
day,
did a good job.
maybe one day King will make 6 figures and we'll get a bigger place, and then the cooking streams can be more extravagant that he does. But
Love of my life, I'm a social worker. In what universe, in what reality am I making 6 figures?
I don't know. Guys, get
Okay.
him to partner and make him famous so that he can make 6 figures and then do lots of cooking streams. Thank you for the burp. That was
Offensive, I know.
that was something. That was
Head of social. No. I do not want to work for that organization at all. I will not name who it is, but if you're in the New York City region, you know who it is. I don't want to work for them because they do not pay well and they do not function well.
It's okay, Soup. You didn't need to finish your sentence. We know where
Thank you,
you're going.
Gibbs.
We know. I think we only have. Well, I think I only have one more, and that's it, right?
Gotta get isekai into the medieval setting where you are secretly the strongest person alive and you can topple
yes.
corruption and it works. Yes,
Yes.
I need the isekai where I'm secretly fixing social services in New York.
It's true.
Candy,
Mm-hmm.
Candace,
Mm-hmm.
the last one is yours.
I know.
Icardi from Raincode.
Elf looking boy. Where's the one who sent this one in? I know you're out there. I know you're
They're
out
still
there.
here. They're still here. He's right. They're right there. They're right there. Frog.
So, I mean, here's the
Why
thing.
does it say frog? Just totally unrelated. Why does it say frog on
That's
their
a
on their
great
shirt?
question.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't remember. But what I do remember about Icardi is that Icardi is a swimmer. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Very good at swimming, which means
Mhm.
that he's got a swimmer's body.
Because he's French.
I mean, maybe.
Goddamn Buster.
Swimmers' bodies are lean, mean machines.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got a little bit of sass to keep you on your toes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he may or may not be a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, he's a swimmer, but what about his swimmers? I don't need his swimmers to work that well. I would like to not have his baby though. So but he'll be a fun time. He'll keep you on your toes, right? Clearly, he knows how to do his eye makeup, so maybe he can teach me some eye makeup tricks along the way, right? We can have a nice little day that we're spending time together, and we're working on the eye makeup. And then I'm like, oh, I need your help. And then, he does the thing where he stands behind me and, puts his arms around me to put the eye makeup on. And then it gets all, like, sensual because, like, we're pressed up together. His swimmers can swim to me. God damn it, Elpis. And then we have one fun night, and then he goes and kills somebody. Because at the end of the day, he is still a killer. But, so is Trickster from Dead by Daylight, and he's still hot. So it's fine. It's fine. Have a good time, enjoy the swimmer's body, and then call it a day. And, he's got very big ears to hold on to. What?
I have no context for any of this.
I know you don't.
All I took away is that he likes to swim. I'm like, okay.
He do
He
like
likes
to
to
swim.
swim.
And he's got a swimmer's body. I mean, have you seen Michael Phelps' body when he was swimming a lot?
That man also was taking ungodly bong rips too.
He's
a swimmer, so he's naturally. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, Dylan. Oh, whoa.
Not wrong.
Listen, it's fine, okay? It's fine. Whatever Michael Phelps was doing, he had a nice body.
Imagine being in the line after him. Swimmer body is like a bull. Honestly, as somebody who wrestled in high school and had to normally share the locker room late at night and also at weird hours on the weekends with the swim team, the swimmer body is a very unique body. You can't help but not notice it, because the reality is, of all the sports teams in high school, there's two teams that are actually using the showers: the wrestlers and the swim team. They're the only two that are using it.
Good to know.
So yeah. Trust me, I have seen a lot of male penis in my life at a very early age in high school because of sports.
Makes sense, to be honest. It does.
Yeah. Because literally with pool, it's chlorine. With wrestling, it's like you want to make sure you wash because you don't want to get a skin disease. And trust me, I've had one. I've had many
Ugh.
friends that had one. I had cellulitis on my leg when I was in high school. It was not fun. It's a giant infection on your leg.
That sounds awful.
It was not great. It's a giant pimple, basically.
Gross.
It is what it is. With schools over here, it's swimmers and rugby players. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I've seen a lot of male. Hey, thanks, Elvin.
Damn.
I love that that's immortalized on this channel now and on your channel.
On both channels, yeah. Oh boy. That's a quote.
They're not wrong.
I
have.
to your work. That's a quote.
This is solid work. All right, so friends, we've reached the conclusion.
We have.
So what did we actually learn today? Well,
What did we learn?
y'all thirsty as fuck, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2, we've had some drinks and some strange thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Part 3, Candy and I both have master's degrees. Let that be known to all of y'all. They're like, this is what we're doing with our free time. We both have master's degrees, and we're talking about penis. Good shit.
Wait,
Love
you're
that
hearing
for
part
us.
3 for the first time? Listen, not only
No, it's me going to 1, 2, part 3.
oh, so I was like, not only
Yeah.
do we both have master's degrees, you
Uh-huh.
started a PhD program.
I am technically a PhD dropout. Fun
And-
fact.
I almost got a second master's degree. So
We're
be
very
educated,
overeducated. is what we're very overeducated.
and yet neither
I'm
of
a
us can
PhD
make 6 figures.
I didn't even gracefully leave my program. I just said, fuck it, I'm out. They were not happy about that at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number 4. Has anyone changed their thoughts on being a furry? Just me? Okay. 5. Hi, YouTube, because I know this is going on YouTube at some point.
This will go on YouTube. Hi, Bionic.
And number 6, love is love. That's
Love
I
is
need to
love.
put that in there.
No matter
is
what
love.
you choose, what your hot take is, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
Dean from the Iron Giant, or whether it's
Or Kirby the vacuum cleaner.
You know, the thing from Beauty and the Beast, or the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast, or Steve
Mhm.
Buscemi. That's fine. You know, love
Specifically
love is love.
cross-eyed Steve Buscemi.
Jesus Christ. But you know,
But yes,
this is the
good
end.
shit. Not as impressive as Masters, but still. Listen, but yes, get home safe, friends. Tip your waitstaff. Leo will always judge you because we have a Pope Leo in the Vatican now, and we love you all.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to, I would say thank you for coming to our Hear Me Outs, but thank you for submitting your Hear Me Outs. Thank you for allowing us to review all of these, whether they be a person, whether they be a statement, whether they be a movie, whether they be that brunch is overrated.
Whether they be a household object, which I feel like there were a lot of.
There were a lot of those, and just think, people
Concerning number of not actual human things going on in this equation.
but just think, people submitted these before they even played Date Everything.
That's the worst part. Or the best part, I don't know which.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Porque no los dos.
Right? I'm just saying.
Now, I guess the question would be, friends, would you want to see a part 2 of this in the future?
You what, mate?
You fucking what, mate? I'll fucking fight you.
A part
Seeing
two?
guesses from.
Date Everything would have overflowed the form. I mean, I feel like that's true. It would have if it had been out, like, you know, beforehand.
You all to know that I'm gonna have an atrocious hangover in the morning. I'll let it be known, I'm gonna have an awful hangover in the morning.
I didn't know you spoke proper English. I mean, is that proper English? Is that? I'm gonna put
You
your
fucking
finger
what,
down.
mate? Yeah, I added candy to every one of my overlays. So if we ever do this again, she is built into my stream, so I can pat her little head.
We do have those liquid IVs, so King should be fine. He might just be.
No, I'll be
overreacting.
fine. I honestly will be fine. Truth be told,
He's just overreacting. Don't listen to him. He'll be
I'm
fine.
100% overreacting.
Ooh, what is that I just grabbed?
No, I if I get a hangover, it'll be like an hour where I don't feel great, and then I'll be fine. Honestly.
Yeah, see, he'll be fine. Ow! Thank you for the bomb camera.
I love that I have yours, so I see what happened. I just love that I don't see the tits animation on my stream.
You just literally are seeing me shaking, yes.
Just your head just shaking. I'm like, okay.
Had to do it on the giant candy. Okay, that's fair. That's fine.
Of course.
I guess I will accept this. Okay, so y'all want to see a part 2? That's fine. Would y'all also want to see I'll say semi-regular. I'm not gonna say every week, but
No, God, no.
no, not
Once
not just
monthly,
this.
maybe?
I wasn't even gonna say. Well, I wasn't even talking about this. Like,
Oh,
would y'all want us to do a monthly podcast or something of just us talking random shit? Not that different than what we did today, quite honestly.
no.
And
Maybe a little
have
more
guests.
clean? I don't know, maybe.
do
I'm
you mean a
not
little
even
more
gonna say for
clean?
sure. I don't know.
What's not clean
I
about
talked
this?
about I want to counter how many times penis was said in the stream.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but that's not the point.
What do you mean that's not the point?
I don't know.
Why we
Drunk
gotta be?
just
Why we
chatting
gotta try to be
streams.
wholesome? Why are you trying to be wholesome? Why are you trying to force me to be wholesome, bro?
I'm not.
Stop,
Thank you. Thank you.
Buster. Thank you for saying stop. Wait, stop. Stop.
I'm not
pushing.
dick shaming anybody.
Yeah,
I, in fact, have a penis. I'm not dick shaming anybody.
would like it if it was a seasonal thing. Now the Hear Me Out's a seasonal thing, and then other stuff in the middle. Like if the Hear Me Outs were seasonal, and those got dirty, but then other stuff was, I guess, more clean. I guess. Would that be a balance? And again, I'm not going to say every week because let's be real.
No.
Me trying to get King to sit down to record everything once a week, I feel like it's not going to happen.
Absolutely not.
We got
She can't get me to sit down
games on
and
the
watch
back
a
burner.
TV show. She can't even get me to sit down and watch a TV show with her.
We got games on the back burner because I'm waiting for King.
Thank you, Elvis. We're playing them on Tuesday.
Playing one of them on Tuesday. We still have a second one.
Yeah, that might be after your mom visits.
Yeah, you see? You see? You see? Thank you.
I gotta go shopping before your mom gets here.
Yeah,
So
uh-huh.
I can only do that on Friday nights.
Uh-huh. That's fine. It's fine. As regularly as you want. As regularly as I can get King to sit down and record something. Don't fix it just when you can. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, now the question is, where do we send all y'all lovely peeps?
I don't know. I've already rated off once today.
I know. And I have not a damn thing that is similar to this.
There's no one talking about how they'd bang the cat from Kung Fu Panda.
Good night,
Shocking.
Buster. Yes, you should go to sleep. It
Night,
is 3
Buster.
a.m. To bed. We deserve it. I mean, yes. Yes, we all do deserve the sleeps.
I love sleep, for the record.
King do love sleep.
I mean, I've got Sims, I've got Yu-Gi-Oh, I've got Sims again. I don't know what you have in your end.
That's what I'm looking to see, like, who's on.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have The Sims. Everyone should do another
Mhm.
shot. I mean, I still have my cider in front of me.
I stole one of Candy's ciders.
Oh, is that what you're drinking now?
I can't do another one of these beers. They're 7% and I've had 3 of them. I'm like, ugh.
That's valid.
95% to me playing Grim Fandango. Grim Fandango. Thank you, Dylan.
How many points away is it?
2,000, I believe.
Booyah.
Thank you, Candy. I already own the game, so we'll play it at some point.
It's done.
Dylan, I already bought it. Don't worry. I already bought it.
100%.
I could chug the rest of this Guinness.
Let's fuck.
So
I
then
was
we'll
like,
schedule
oh,
that at
who's
some
just
point.
chatting? That's you.
Who's chatting right now? Oh, it's King.
I was like, oh wait, never mind. That is not who I thought it was.
Yeah, if you have a rec, I'll go where you want to go.
I mean, the problem is I don't really. I mean, do people want to see The Sims or would you want to see Homestuck? I don't even know what Homestuck is.
I don't
to be
either.
honest.
I know what you're talking about. I'm like, I don't know what that game is either.
I know that you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
I got some puns in that game. It totally wasn't the reason for me recommending it.
Candy rate to King, King rate to Candy. I'm pretty sure that would just bottom out both of our streets.
Homestuck is definitely not the same as Date Everything, sadly.
I couldn't tell you honestly.
Well, I have it open. It is It is not quite the same.
Oh, okay.
You are homestuck, but you are not romancing all of the things. If
Gotcha.
that
That's what I'm saying.
helps.
Like looking at what it is, I'm like, this looks like a webcomic. Like looking at the content, I'm like, this looks like a webcomic to me.
I can see it. Yeah, because I think we tried one time and we couldn't raid Iron Mouse, right? That was the thing.
She's streaming right now.
She's walking around Anime Expo.
Of course she is. No, I think you tried. You were not able to do so.
I wasn't. I was able to raid Peter.
I don't think he even acknowledged it. Did
No,
he?
I didn't actually do it. It was just more of like a...
No, you like I can, but I'm not going to. The only person you rated where they acknowledged it was Mudon.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's literally this circle of like YouTubers and streamers we follow in Japan, and Mudon was living in Japan at that point. No,
No, he wasn't.
he wasn't. He was still in Estonia at that
Mhm.
point.
Yeah. Whatever. We can raid D again. I don't care.
No, I'll D's gonna be like, what the fuck? Are you rating me again?
You're like, that's how long your stream was, D.
Yeah, D, you've been on for 9 hours. Yes, I did in fact stream again.
Screw it. Let's do
You can
it.
rate D.
D's playing The Sims. I like The Sims.
D is doing a long ass stream today because most of you know I rated her this morning.
Mhm. But
I
you
show
know,
D some love.
let's do it. I'm gonna set up the raid now.
I just set up my raid as well. But go show D some love. Go show D some love. She's been doing a very long stream. She's back on this. She's back in Sims. So I think she did some community stuff earlier, but I
Mhm.
think she did transition back to Sims. So she, for me, is the Bloomix Bestie one of the Bloomix Bestie founders. For Candy, she is a Latin Guild member.
Yep. That's right. King already knows. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Crash Bandicoot.
And I'll be back on Monday with more Date Everything.
Yeah. So make sure
More
you check us out.
banging my house.
Yeah.
Literally.
Get it, boy.
Literally.
All right, everybody. Stick around for the raids.
Yes. And with that being said, friends, no matter where you are in this big and beautiful wide world, have a beautiful morning, a beautiful evening, and a beautiful night. And Candy and I will catch you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.